Series history, this is the 56th meeting between these two schools. Northwood with a big lead, 46-9. This used to be like the rivalry between a hammer and a nail. They first met in 79. Northwood won by a field goal last year in the sectional. It'll be Northridge kicking off with Owen Carr putting it into play. We're underway with high school football on Sports Michiana. The kick fielded at the 10 and returned to the 27-yard line, and that's where the Northwood Panthers will take it over on 1st and 10, and they'll have Micah Jarrell at quarterback. Jarrell, only a sophomore, taking over for Owen Rader, who graduated last year. His teammates say he's still settling in, but he had a remarkable 4 touchdown passes against Wawasee last week.
A lot of playmakers gone, graduated from this Northwood Panther team. A lot of guys needing to step up and fill those roles, and I believe Gerald's done a great job really stepping in that role and taking it on his own.
Jeff Esch is his running back tonight. Jacob Handrich in motion, but it's Gerald looking to keep it himself. Offside called against Northridge, and the Raiders are whistled for a 5-yard penalty. It gives us a chance to meet our officials. This is the same officiating crew we had in the sectional finals last year. James Craig, the veteran, leading it up, and it is a very good crew. We're working with Chris Green, Jalen Harris, Jerry Parker, and Mark Herberger. By the way, the IHSA always looking for more officials, so if you're interested in any sport, contact Jimmy Arnett at the St. Joe Valley Officials Association. It's a long handoff, and it goes to Ash, and he gets stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Gives us a chance to meet the Northwood starting lineup. And as we look at those Panthers on offense, Ash getting the start along with Austin King in for Landon Perry tonight. We told you about Monroe. They'll throw it around to Hayden Leckleitner a little bit too. On the offensive line, Tucker Miller and Wes Borkholder have a tall task tonight with Max Parsiak out of the lineup. No gain on the play for Ash. It's 2nd and 5. Jarrell throws over the middle. Monroe with a nice grab right around the first down marker. It looks like he got it. And the first down's for Northwood, sponsored by Quality Window and Door.
Great job by Jarrell getting it out to DeAndre for the quick slant. Get that first connection. Nice little quick pass. Get that first down. Look for big things here late in the game for DeAndre and Jarrell.
There is no more Nitro Tungle. There is no more Josiah Edmond, but Northwood has been able to move the ball, and here's Ash trying to carry it, and only about a yard picked up. And this is one of the storylines for this game tonight, in my opinion, Bo. The fact that it goes back to the regular season game as we look at the Northridge defense. Travis Henke getting offers at defensive end. We told you about Vashera, but Colt Granberg, the sophomore, having an exciting year. Braxton Nagy, a quality corner, and keep an eye on Tucker Baber. He no longer wears 45. He's number 0 back there in the secondary. Northridge showing on a blitz, and they got him.
Looks like it was a setup for a run. Quarterback run to the left. Here you can see a replay sponsored by Alliance Truck Group. Great penetration right up the middle. Nowhere to go.
Granberg on the sack. For Granberg, his first sack of the year, and it's 3rd and 25 for Northwood. Boy, did Granberg time that perfect.
Well, it was one of the areas that we really looked at. A lot of seniors coming back for this Northridge defense, and we thought maybe Northridge had a little bit of advantage on defense in this game.
Jarrell looks to air it out, but Monroe is covered beautifully and intercepted. Braxton Nagy gets the pick, his 2nd of the season. Boy, Nagy had Monroe absolutely blanketed.
Wow, great job. Throw was to the inside. He did a great job really covering that, coming back to the inside. Turned out to be about a 30-yard punt if they were going to punt it as well. So good field position here for the Northridge Raiders to open their starting drive.
Northridge creates the first turnover of the night, and now Carson Rumfelt brings the Northridge offense onto the field. He is a sophomore as well, 50% completion rate. Couple of backs in the backfield with Derek Sherwood and now healthy Austin Hollis. It's Hollis on the carry off the right side, scampering to the outside. He's got room to run in a first down for Northridge, sponsored by Springer Dental Care.
Great job by the offensive line opening that up. Here you can see on the Alliance Truck Group, instant replay, just a big hole, able to get up through the middle, bounce it to the outside. Big first down carry for the Raiders.
We'll meet the Northridge starting lineup after this next first down play. Hollis, coming back from an injury, missed the first 2 games of the season with a dislocated elbow. Derek Sherwood lines up in the backfield next to Rumfelt. And it's Sherwood working his way up the middle and banging forward for about 4 yards on the carry. So let's meet this Northridge starting lineup. Sherwood, the leading ball carrier. You've already seen Hollis. Judah Hochstetler, top flight receiver with 18 catches so far this year. Hayden Gorbel has been a nice pickup at sophomore. Offensive line keeps getting healthier. Returning starters, Cody Lewis and Henry Duell are in there at center and tackle, respectively. Second and 6. Rumfelt wants to throw in the flat, too short. He was looking for Hayden Gorbel out there, but didn't get the ball out to him.
Had him open in the flats out there on the out route, just underthrew the ball. Didn't get it downfield. Looks like, thought there might be a flag. Looked like a little bit of a jersey, taking care of something hanging down on the back of the jersey of, is that Hollis?
Yep. Let's take a quick chance to meet this defense from Northwood. Brady King having a terrific year at defensive end, as is Landon Zimmerman. It's a young linebacking crew headed up by Kent Miller and Austin King. In the secondary, Gavin Ruley, his first year playing football, but he's already got an interception this season. Pitch sweep with Sherwood. Try to cut it up the field. Couldn't get there. It'll be 4th down, and more than likely Chad Upley will go for it here on 4th and 3.
Yeah, doing the games over the past few years with Coach Upley, and this is kind of the territory where they're not afraid to go for it. They rely on their defense being very physical and up front, and they believe their offense can possibly pick this up.
Well, the other thing is you don't really gain a lot of yardage with a punt down here. And Northridge does not have a kicker like DeFreitas who could hit a 48-yarder, which is what this field goal would be. So 4th and 3. A lot of options for Epley here. Tight end in motion. They'll run that way with Hollis. Can he get around the corner? No. Northwood stacked him up and stopped him after a 2-yard gain. The Black Crunch defense comes up with a big stand, and you'll see it again from Alliance Truck Group.
Hollis was able to get to the outside, but that right there held him up just enough, and the pursuit by the linebackers of this Black Crunch defense was able to come up and stop him about a half-yard short of that first down.
A nice job by defensive coordinator Dave Wilson in that defense. And Northwood gets the ball back at the 29-yard line, and those kind of plays have been a problem for Northridge so far this year. They have not been able to convert a lot of those opportunities. A little pitch out to Ash, and Ash is collared around the neck and taken down after a pickup of 7.
Quality Window and Door offers professional home improvement products throughout Michiana. If quality is what you are looking for, it's in their name. Visit their showroom in a renovated 100-year-old barn just north of Wakarusa. Quality Window and Door cheers on the Panthers.
By the way, that was a forward pass that time by Gerald. He's going to keep it on the ground himself here. Design quarterback run. Close to the first down marker, but he didn't get it. Only a pickup of 2 for Micah that time. And so Northwood looking to the 3rd and 1. This is a Northwood team that has relied on the passing game pretty heavily the last 3 or 4 years. And Willie Will, their offensive coordinator, can throw a lot of different formations, a lot of different looks at defenses.
I think that's the biggest thing with this offense is being able to throw some different formations and get the defense out of position.
High snap. Esch tried to go up the middle and nothing doing. He was corralled around the legs and getting up from the bottom of the pile with the stop that time. Looked like it was Travis Henke, the defensive end.
Well, Northridge really controlling that line of scrimmage. You can just see the push that they're getting up there, and the linebackers filling the gaps as proper.
Colt Gramberg was actually the man who made the stop. 4th down and 2. A reminder that the Northwood quarterback, Gerald, is also the punter on this team. So when you see them out there looking like they might go for it on 4th and 2 at their own 37, Nate Andrews hasn't lost his mind. He's just going to have him punt, but the snap is high. Gerald has to try to get rid of it. Can't do so. Still running around. Now he's going to throw it. There's nobody out there. That would be intentional grounding, you would think. But at the very least, Northridge is going to get the ball back. The ball did not get to the line of scrimmage, so that has to be intentional grounding. And there's the flag. Now, you understand what Gerald was trying to do here.
Yep, and refresh my memory, is that a spot foul?
It is.
And he's calling it at the 13. I don't know if we can get the Alliance Truck Group replay to replay that one more time to see exactly where he threw that from. But because I thought he was inside the 10.
Oh, I think that was a pretty close to accurate spot, but you can take a look here from Alliance Truck Group. As it is, it's a 24-yard loss on the play, and Northridge takes over in the red zone. Oh, you're right. It was back at the 10.
Northridge, second drive, great field position at the 13.
That goes down as a 24-yard loss for Northwood. And here are the Raiders with a golden opportunity. Rumfelt throws out in the flat. It's caught by Gorbel. Gorbel, there's a flag on the play. This is coming back.
Yeah, there's a holding right there.
Yep.
Right in front of the ref. Easy call.
Officially, it's a block in the back. But that was a no-brainer call. Right there. Hollis got his man who had turned around.
Yeah, one of those, though, that's continuation contact. Because if you are starting to block on a receiver or lineman, whatever it is, and you start with your block up front, and you continue to block him, and he turns his back, and you continue to keep contact, that's not an illegal block in the back because you've kept contact the whole time. But unfortunately, they called it on that one.
10-yard penalty that time on Northridge will set up a 1st and 20 from the 23. A whole new call for Dustin Carr, the offensive coordinator. Sherwood up the middle, flag down at after a pickup of 3. Nice tackle that time for Northwood as Landon Zimmerman makes the stop for the Panthers. The 5'10 senior who had 61 stops last year already has 24 this season.
Babsco Supply is proud to be one of the largest independent, 100% employee-owned electrical distributor in northern Indiana. Thank you to Steve Kyle and Babsco Supply, who sent the very first check to Sports Michiana, which we greatly appreciate. 2nd and 17 now for the Raiders from the Northwood 20. Gorbel, the man in motion. Rumfelt throws to him. Whistle thrown and flag blown. A false start called on Northridge. That'll cost him another 5. I think they're very lucky, at least
yes.
the receiver,
Gorbel
that the whistle was blown because he was about ready to get lit up on that play.
And fortunately, the players heard the whistles better than we did up here.
Reminder, our first quarter being sponsored by KZRV.
They've been terrific supporters of the Game of the Week over the years. We appreciate the help of KZRV. 2nd and 22. Rumfelt wants to throw. Fires over the middle. Too strong for his intended receiver.
Rumfelt just threw it just a little high and behind the receiver there. Had him wide open right down the middle. Bring up a long 3rd down here. They need to pick up another about 10, 15 yards to get into field goal range, actually.
Owen Carr has kicked a field goal this year, but it was only a 22-yarder. So His range a little bit unknown, but this would be a 42-yarder from here, and I'm pretty sure that's outside his range. 3rd and long. Rumfelt again fires, has his man up to the 15-yard line. That might be enough to put him into field goal range.
Very interesting twist on Northwood over there. Brought in DeAndre Monroe on defense. Switched him out just that last series. Put him in at corner.
Austin Hollis made the grab that time for 7 yards. And indeed, the field goal unit will come out as Owen Carr, the 6-foot junior, will try a 32-yard field goal here out of the hold of Carson Rumfelt. The wind is negligible. The kick is on its way, and it is good. So Owen Carr able to drill it home from 32 yards away, and Northridge exploits the miscue by Northwood. The intentional grounding penalty comes back and hurts the Panthers. 3-0 Raiders on Sports Michiana.
For over 100 years, experience and inspiration have been the foundation of Big C Lumber. I'm Mark Young. Deciding on the perfect cabinetry for your home can be overwhelming. It's best to depend on our consultants with decades of experience at Big C Lumber. Your needs and wishes will be matched with our guidance in the creation of new spaces. We call this customer-inspired design, representing your personality, your style. Visit Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Imagineering Finishing Technologies, IFT, where quality is a way of life.
Alliance Truck Group, our replay sponsor tonight. They're in LaGrange, and they say, go Raiders. ATG is a family-owned company that specializes in building sleepers for all types of trucks, customizing them to the needs of each customer. Check out Alliance Truck Group at trucksleeper.com.
So an Owen Carr 32-yard field goal has Northridge ahead in this one by a count of 3-0. His second field goal of the season, and Carr puts the boot to it for the Raiders. Northwood on the return with Landon Zimmerman trying to go around the outside, and Zimmerman takes it up to about the 27-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Northwood from there. And now let's see if this Northwood offense can settle in a little bit.
I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, the first drive, they had the big sack, took them back to 3rd and 20, and then that last one there on the bad snap over the quarterback/punter's head in that situation. And, in that situation, you almost got to take a knee. You can't run back, and Micah Gerald just kind of took back, and about 20-yard loss on that. So see if they can recoup from that. Just some mental mistakes at all it is with Panthers right now.
Austin King in at running back now for Northwood as he spells Landon Perry tonight. They throw King out into the flat, and he is open, and King gets around the corner and puts a shoulder into a Northridge Raider and goes out of bounds about a yard short of the first down at the 36. A nice 9-yard pickup.
Moore Custom Drain Cleaning in Napanee says, go Panthers. Moore handles all types of drain cleaning, camera pipe inspection, private utility locating, and septic repair. Give Aura and Lucas a call before that clogged drain causes some serious damage. Moore Custom Drain Cleaning.
King is a tough kid. He was an all-conference wrestler a year ago. Micah Gerald showing his toughness as he goes up the middle on the quarterback draw, takes it to the 41. That's good enough for a Northwood first down, sponsored by Quality Window and Door.
Great job of getting upfield. Continuing this drive is important for Northwood to pick up 1 or 2 first downs. Give that defense a little bit of rest. They've been on the field quite often here in the first quarter.
Gerald had a big running night on opening night in the win over Jimtown when he ran for 149 yards in the triumph against the Jimmies. 1st and 10 from the 41. Gerald throws out in the flat, and it's complete out there. It's Darian Bew who makes the grab, and Bew takes it up to the 49-yard line for a pickup of 8. So they're just using the flats as a way of getting people out into space.
Yeah, I mean, they're just trying to get the ball outside the pocket, get the ball out into some playmakers' hands. And they're fine with picking up 7-8 yards and some pickups because they understand that they're going to eventually hit that ball downfield. They don't take too many shots nowadays like they had the last couple of years, but they will here and there.
For Bew, the sophomore, that was his first catch on the varsity at Northwood. Gerald runs away from the blitz on the other side, but it doesn't do any good. Northridge stacks it up well. It'll be 3rd and 2, and this has been a problem for Northwood, at least in regular season games against Northridge over the last couple of years. They have not been able to run the ball very well. In fact, it was the loss that they had last year to Northridge, which I think kind of served as a wake-up call for that Northwood team, that they had to get more physical.
Yeah, because they were a one-dimension team at that time, and Northridge really came out, and their defense really stuck it to them. And here it is again. That line of scrimmage is holding tough.
Well, King goes right up the middle. I love the burst from that young man. Explosive legs. He takes it into Raider territory at the 43-yard line. First down sponsored by Quality Window and Door. Another 8-yard pickup, and Northwood moving the chains on this drive.
Coming up at halftime will be our Student Athletes of the Week, presented by Tony Ledger. Tony is a lifelong resident of Michiana and a licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you need insurance, Tony is your guy. Google Tony Ledger Health Markets to connect.
Pretty good block on that last run by Bryson Davis, the Northwood center. High snap, but Gerald corrals it. Now he's in trouble. Fires down the field, and it's a little bit too far. He was looking for Jacob Handrich and couldn't make the connection.
Hit Handrich open down deep. That's a tough throw, throwing a little bit off balance. Didn't have really anybody in front of him and might have just put that ball on the ground and picked up the first down.
A beautiful sunset here in Middlebury tonight. The sun setting on this first quarter as well. Minute 10 to go here in the stanza, as you see on our TireRack.com scoreboard. Hayden Leckleitner in the slot this time. Whistles blown, flags thrown, and we've got a false start on Northwood. First penalty, tonight on the Panthers, and that'll cost them 5. Second and 15. Last year, if it was 2nd and 15, Owen Rader looked at that as just another challenge. Chance to pick up some extra passing yards.
Yeah.
But most offenses don't do well when they're behind the chains like this.
Well, when you have 2 D1 wide receivers you're throwing to as well, it does help out.
Another blitz by Northridge, and the pass broken up beautifully by Braxton Nagy. They were looking for Monroe over the middle, and Nagy said, not here, not now.
Here you can see the Lions truck group replay. Great job of coming up, knocking that ball away.
So now 3rd and 15.
A lot of short routes that we talked about this Northwood Panther team runs. They're trying to get the ball out quickly so that rush doesn't get to them and let their playmakers try to pick up the yards after catch.
And Nick Clark, the defensive coordinator, bringing a lot of blitzes. He came with one here. Gerald trying to get to the outside, can't do it. He's caught from behind on a nice tackle by Elliott Fry, the senior linebacker. And there's a Panther down on the field. So while they tend to the injury, we'll take a timeout. 56.7 seconds to go in the first quarter. You're watching high school football on Sports Michiana.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack's Tire Decision Guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me.
What?
Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
Where?
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack's Tire Decision Guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me.
What?
Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
Hey.
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
In 1969, America celebrated men landing on the moon. Now the USA is trying to return, and Imagineering Finishing Technologies in South Bend is helping pave the way. IFT is providing paint, chemical conversion coatings, and non-destructive testing services for NASA's Space Launch System and Orion spacecraft, which will deliver astronauts to the moon and possibly Mars. Help make it happen by joining the Imagineering Finishing Technologies team at iftww.com/careers.
You dream it, we design it. You need it, we've got it. We crank it out so you can crank it up. We work with purpose to power your passion. It's game on, so come on, let's elevate adventure. Let's take life to the next level today. Let's become better together. This is Patrick.
This edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Tire Rack. TireRack.com is the way tire buying should be. Ryder Ransberger has come on for the R. Yoder construction punt. And we'll tell you why here in a second, as Ransberger just does get it out of there. A line drive kick that'll roll out of bounds at about the Northridge 18-yard line. But the reason Ransberger was out there was the injured player before we went to break was Northwood quarterback Micah Jarrell, and he did not look good as he left the field.
No, he got helped off the field, so we'll see how he recoups and what Northwood does when they come back on the field on offense. But Northridge takes over here after Northwood was able to pick up a couple first downs, move that ball a little bit, but best field position as in defensive-wise for Northwood, and we'll see what Northridge is able to come up with here, having to go from inside their own 20.
41 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Northridge leading at 3-0. The Raiders going with a little bit different two-back approach here. It looks like it's Austin Hollis on the carry, and he takes it up to about the 24-yard line.
R. Yoder Construction cheers on Northwood. You need a winning team for your next project? R. Yoder Construction will transform your vision into reality with expert design, planning, and full construction management services. R. Yoder Construction, building with purpose, serving with character.
Northridge does not have to run another play here, but it looks like they will. Handoff. And this is Derek Sherwood, and he is plowed under at the 25-yard line on a nice tackle by Northwood to end the first quarter of play. Kemp Miller with the stop, but it's Northridge on top of Northwood. 3-0 as we head to the second on Sports Michiana.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
Your garage door keeps your home, family, and valuables safe and secure. Make sure it always looks good and works well. Precision Garage Door is your one-stop shop for design, installation, and repairs. Count on us to help you choose the right materials, style, and color for your new door. And when you need repairs, we're ready. Our friendly trained technicians work around your schedule and are available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Call your local Precision Garage Door today.
Garage doors done right.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week is being brought to you by Patrick, empowering outdoor enthusiasts since 1959. We send it downstairs for a Patrick sideline report. Angelo DiCarlo, what can you tell us from the sidelines?
Yeah, over here on the... Can you guys hear me? There we go. Over here on the Northwood sideline, Micah Jarrell still being worked on by the officials, by the team trainers and doctors. I'm not sure what his status would be right now. Ryder Ransberger has been warming up and appears to be ready to go into the game when Northwood gets the ball back. We'll continue to evaluate and check in on the situation here for the Northwood QBs.
The Northwood defense would like to get him on the field rather quickly, but first we have to set the chains over on the other side, as the Raiders will be looking at a 3rd and 3 here from their own 25-yard line. Our second quarter tonight being brought to us by the Mental Edge.
The Mental Edge, Jason Thompson, and the Mental Edge equip local teams and athletes with the skills they need to overcome mental roadblocks, compete with confidence, and reach their potential. Learn more by going to thementaledge.co.
Carson Rumfeld going to keep it himself on the quarterback run, and he's got the first down up to the 29. Nice pickup of 4 yards that time for Rumfeld, and he moves the chains for Springer Dental Care.
Exactly what Northridge needed after coming up with that big score on their second drive of this series.
They don't run Rumfeld a lot. He's only been averaging 5 carries a game, but he's been an effective runner, and that nice little counter action that time helped spring him loose. 1st and 10. We'll see if the Raiders keep it on the ground here. They do. It's Sherwood shifting away from people, and Derek Sherwood takes it up to the 34, a pickup of 5. We have done a lot of these rivalry games between these two teams over the last 3 years, and Derek Sherwood's name just keeps popping up anytime you do a Northridge-Northwood game.
Yeah, it does. I remember just a couple years ago, back when he was at Southmore, starting running back got hurt. He came in. We're trying to scramble, look for who the guy was running the ball and running all over everybody. Next thing you know, had close to 200 yards that night, a couple touchdowns. Just done a great job every year.
Yeah, that was the game against Riley in the sectional opener for Northridge a couple of years ago. Hollis takes the handoff, and he gets spun down behind the line of scrimmage. The Northwood defense had Isaiah Stump with great penetration that time. A loss of 3.
Springer Dental Care, voted best dental provider in Elkhart County. Get back on track with all your dental needs with 5 locations. Schedule your next visit at springerdentalcare.com and go Ranger.
Stump
Northridge.
Only a sophomore. I'm sorry about that. Stump only a sophomore, and boy, we're hearing so many sophomores in the starting lineup tonight for both these teams. 3rd and 8. Rumfeld under pressure. Oh, they had the screen set up, but he overthrew Sherwood, and it's incomplete.
Pressure was coming, and he was holding up just fine. Just overthrew the little screen pass to Sherwood.
4th down. Trey Copeland is the punter typically for this Northridge team. And you would think on 4th and 8 in their own territory, they'd want to kick it away. But they're lining up as though they're going to go for it. We'll see if, Carson Rumfeld will now drop back into punt formation. He'll do a little pooch kick to get it out of there, but it's fielded by Northwood at the 35-yard line. And the Panthers coming up the field on the return get to about the midfield stripe. So a nice job that time by Hayden Leckleitner on the punt return, about a 15-yard, making it about an 18-yard return. They spotted Northridge territory at the 47.
Great field position for Northwood here, able to get it down to the 46-47, as you said. Be interesting to see what Northwood does in this series. They really haven't been able to do anything much with the running game. See if they get the ball downfield just a little bit more. But again, you have to have time in order to do that, and see what they do at quarterback.
And it'll be Ryder Ransberger, the 5'10 junior at quarterback. He was competing with Gerald for the job in fall camp. He's 0 for 2 passing the ball this year, 2 runs for 22 yards. Ransberger, play action, keeps it himself, goes right up the middle. Willie Will wanting to get him involved right away, and a pickup of 3 for the Northwood backup.
Southwind Flooring is happy to support tonight's broadcast. Visit their showroom located in Shipshewana or online at southwindflooring.com. Southwind Flooring, the perfect foundation to your dreams.
Actually, they'll spot this all the way up to the 43-yard line, so it's 2nd and 6. Watched Ransberger throw the ball in practice on Tuesday, and he's got a nice arm. He can get it out there. Handoff here, going up the middle. I think that was Austin King that time, and only a pickup of 1. Indeed, it was King. 2 carries, 9 yards for Austin tonight. Remember, Landon Perry not in the lineup for Northwood. He's got a hamstring injury.
Looks like they're going hurry-up offense here.
3rd and 5. Ransberger handles the low snap, rolls out, has the receiver, but there's nowhere to go for Jacob Handrich. And Northridge looking like they'll post another 3-and-out right here.
A lot of times you go to that hurry-up offense, you're trying to catch the defense off sides, but sometimes it throws your offense out of sync a little bit there as well with that low snap.
Ransberger counting people. Typically, that's a
He's
sign.
lining up for a 60-yarder.
Dominic DeFreitas is going to try a 60-yard field goal. This would be a school record. The flags are called. The snap is good. DeFreitas sends it on its way, and it is good!
Whoa.
Good! He hit it from 60.
He had another 5 to 10 yards on that kick.
What a kick by Dominic DeFreitas, and even some of the Northridge fans can only stand and applaud at that.
Wow.
My goodness. Tell him to get this one queued up on Friday Night Football Fever tonight, because DeFreitas, the freight train, you're right, that would have been good from 65.
You talked before the game about them might having a D1 kicker. They have a D1 kicker. Wow.
Folks, if you are not recruiting that young man, you're doing yourself a disservice. 3-3 ball game. Back with more after this on Sports Michiana.
Your garage door keeps your home, family, and valuables safe and secure. Make sure it always looks good and works well. Precision Garage Door is your one-stop shop for design, installation, and repairs. Count on us to help you choose the right materials, style, and color for your new door. And when you need repairs, we're ready. Our friendly trained technicians work around your schedule and are available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Call your local Precision Garage Door today.
Garage doors done right.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Crown Trophy. They're nationally known and locally owned. By the way, our Yoder Construction says, hey, we're sponsoring punts and kicks tonight. That includes 60-yard field goals.
It does include 60-yard field goals.
But Lori Sumter with Phil Hahn and Associates is sponsoring the scoring tonight as well for Northwood. Here's DeFreitas with another our Yoder Construction kickoff. And he'll boom this one, and that's headed for Sturgis. That one hit the upright when he kicked it off from the 40.
Wow. Second quarter tonight, sponsored by the Metal Edge. Check them out, themetaledge.co.
Man, Dominic DeFreitas has the Metal Edge.
Wow, I'm still in awe, man. We were just sitting up there. It looked like they were going out to maybe set up for a punt, and all of a sudden I see him getting down to hold the kick, and I'm like, wait a second, they're kicking this. Well, heck yeah, they're kicking it. They can make it from 60.
Tell you what, at halftime we'll be doing a little attempt to search through the Indiana High School football record book. That's definitely a Northwood school record, because DeFreitas had the old one with 55. Here's Carson Rumfeld with the throw out on the flat, and the catch is made out there by Judah Hochstetler, and Hochstetler is able to pick up about 6 on the play. It's his 19th catch of the year. Hochstetler was really the focus of the Concord defense last week, and Craig Kaler really put an emphasis on trying to take him away from the game.
J.N. Stone applauds the Northwood football program for its rich tradition of excellence as a family-owned business that manufactures and installs precast stone veneer. Go Panthers from J.N. Stone.
2nd and 4. Rumfeld from the pistol, hands off to Hollis. He finds a little bit of running room, but it is closed down quickly by the Northwood defense. Coming up to make the hit for the Panthers that time, it was Landon Zimmerman again. 3-sport athlete at Northwood. He's also a wrestler and a member of the track team. Pickup of 2.
I think the biggest thing with both these teams is, trying to find their identity with so many people's lost from last year's team. With their defenses stepping up the way they have this year, that really helps them identify their offenses.
And whistles blown, flags thrown, and it's a false start on Northridge. And boy, the Raiders have really hurt themselves with penalties tonight. The fourth one for 25 yards.
Yeah, especially in the third and short situation. Looks like they were going on a long snap count, trying to get the defense to jump offside. Instead, the offense has a false start and puts them back down to 3rd and 8.
Rumfeld tonight throwing the football, just 2 out of 5 for 13 yards. Third and 7. Northwood showing blitz. Here they come. Rumfeld throws, and it is caught out there, but short of the first down marker.
Got back to the original line of scrimmage before that penalty, and will be interesting. Be 4th down and 2 here, maybe a long 2.
Hollis made the grab for a 5-yard pickup. And boy, Chad Epley is going to think this one over.
I think he really wants to go for it right here in this situation, but getting down to about 15 seconds, they might get up there and try to get him to jump off sides and maybe call a timeout.
See the play clock on the TireRack.com scoreboard. Northridge sure looks like they're going for it, and now Chad Epley calls the timeout before the snap. We'll take one as well. 5:35 to go first half, tied at 3 on Sports Michiana.
I joined Notre Dame Federal Credit Union a long time ago.
1978.
I've been a member over 15 years.
I've worked with Notre Dame my whole banking life.
44 years.
I have my checking account there, I have my savings account there.
Really value the
community-based banking system.
My credit card with Notre Dame, I have my car insurance with Notre Dame.
I can't say enough good things, really.
I have my auto loans with Notre Dame.
My whole life is at Notre Dame Credit
I will
Union.
remain with them until the day I die.
It's one unique, one special vibe.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
Are you tired of auto service from big box stores and new car dealers? 45 years ago, my parents, Bud and Diane, founded Zolman's with a strong commitment to the community. Today, Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care is still family owned and operated with over 150 employees and families. And we offer a price match guarantee on any tires from any local dealer, while providing complete auto service on all makes and all models. Serving you and your family for 3 generations. Buy local, shop local. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week is being brought to you in part by Reliance. Design, build, renovate. 4th and 2 for Northridge at its own 28 in a 3-3 game. And they're going with a jumbo formation in the backfield. Rumfeld wants to throw. And it's complete. Sherwood's got it for the first down up to the 37. A first down sponsored by Springer Dental Care, pickup of 9.
They did a great job getting the power-eyed jumbo set. Here you can see on the Lions truck replay. They did a great job of understanding that Northwood was going to come all out on a blitz, bring the linebackers as well, and running that fake and then running the fullback out in the flats. I mean, that's going to pick you up a first down. As long as you can complete that pass, make a nice little touch pass on that.
Northridge gets to keep the ball a little bit longer here late in the first half. We'll see if they can turn it into points. Hollis spins away from one tackler. Hollis gets to the outside, and he's brought down at the 41-yard line after a pickup of 4. DeAndre Monroe playing a little bit of defense tonight, a la Nitro Tuggle, Josiah Edmond, and he came up and made the stop.
Since 1959, Patrick Industries in Elkhart has empowered outdoor enthusiasts to achieve next-level recreational experiences. Patrick is a proud supporter of our local teams and athletes, empowering excellence on and off the field.
Great to have them on the team, and, of course, a big part of Elkhart County, Patrick Industries. They could not allow themselves to miss out on this Battle of the North. 2nd and 6. Up the middle. Sherwood lowers the head and gets the first down. Sponsored by Springer Dental Care. Actually, I'm not sure that was Sherwood that time.
That looked like that was
Parker
Jones.
came into the game and got his first carry of the night.
Parker James was still in the backfield there.
10-yard pickup that time for James. Sure, give it to him again. It's not heavy. Nice moves. All the way up to the Northwood 39, and that'll be a 15-yarder on the Panthers for the throwdown out of bounds.
I think the toughest part of that, he was wrapped up with the runner and didn't realize he was out of bounds and threw him to the ground. Here you can see on the Lions truck group replay, James coming up the field and does a great job driving his legs and continuation play, but they're going to call that every single time because he was about 2 steps out of bounds.
So Parker James helps them get another Springer Dental Care first down to the 25-yard line. And the Raiders continuing this drive with 3:43 to go here in the first half.
Lori Sumter with Phil Hahn Associates has been working in Panther Nation for over 40 years and is proud to be a Northwood Panther supporter. She loves helping the community 1 yard at a time. Give Lori a call with all your real estate needs or questions and go Panthers.
She's been a big fan of Sports Michiana. We appreciate the support. James again, and this time was one time too many, as Northwood had Brady King come in from defensive end spot, and the semi-state wrestler comes in and makes the stop for a loss of 2.
For more than 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping people find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. They're nationally known and locally run by an outstanding team that believes in supporting the Michiana community. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Rumfelt, play action, throws. He's got his man. Hochstetler did not step out of bounds, and he goes down to the 10. They'll spot him at the 11, a pickup of 16. Another first down sponsored by Springer Dental Care.
I love how Northridge is really opening up the passing game. The running game's working well as well, and I think that's the biggest thing in which when you can get the running game going, it's going to open up that passing game.
Well, that makes play action so much more effective. Rumfelt now 5 of 8 throwing the ball tonight for 38 yards. Nice little drive here. Remember, key play in this drive was the conversion on 4th and 2 back at their own 28. Now Northwood wants a timeout. It's sponsored by Napanee Family Eye Care. 3:06 to go first half. Still tied at 3 between Northwood and Northridge on Sports Michiana.
Finding private health insurance can be stressful. What if it didn't have to be? I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I prefer to personally meet with my clients so I can get a better understanding of your needs and budget. I can even review your current coverage. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
Shopping for tires used to really grind my gears. So many tires, and the thought of choosing the right one made me, precisely. That's before I went to TireRack.com. I got the best deal hands down. My tires ship fast and free, arrive the next day like clockwork. Tire Rack even gave me 2 years of free road hazard protection. Precisely.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Crown Trophy, nationally known and locally owned. The scoring drive for Northridge still has to become a scoring drive, and points have been hard to come by for the Raiders this year. Hoover Lumber and Cole sponsoring our factoids. Northridge has not scored more than 20 in a game this season. Trying to get to the end zone for the first time tonight. And the carry in the backfield by Hochstetler doesn't go anywhere. He might have gotten a yard on it. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Hoover Lumber and Coal is a locally owned lumber yard and hardware store that prides itself on quality products and service. Stock full of Northwood alums, Hoover Lumber loves to say, "Go Panthers!"
Hochsteller got out of bounds there, so it stopped the clock with 3:03 to go here in the first half. Sherwood and Hollis in a split backfield behind Carson Rumfeld. And it is Hollis. And a flag is thrown almost immediately, which makes me think that there's a penalty here against Northridge. False start on the Raiders, and that's a 5th penalty on Northridge here tonight.
Again, we're talking to both coaches before the game, and talking about the mental mistakes they've had. Both these teams have talked about, trying to finish in the red zone or trying to sustain a drive, and mental mistakes have been the key issue for both these teams. You can see here tonight, both teams having issues with penalties and different things that have really stalled out some of their drives.
So that 2nd and 9 should really be 2nd and 14. Rumfeld wants to throw. Lots of time. Dumps it off, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Hollis cutting across the middle, and Hollis couldn't hold on.
Upgrading your window treatments? Don't DIY it. Call Quality Window Treatments with free in-person consultations, design help, and local installation. There's no guesswork required. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com and see your space in a whole new light.
They are in field goal range for Owen Carr, who hit a 32-yarder earlier. Northwood coming on a blitz. Rumfeld got rid of it, threw it away. Had he had a half a second more, he might have been able to hit Judah Hochsteller there, but as it is, they'll send the field goal unit on for another 32-yard attempt for Owen Carr.
Napanee Family Eye Care has had a clear vision since 1999 to be recognized as the premier eye care provider in northern Indiana. What do they want to see tonight? A Northwood victory. Visit NFE2020.com to make an appointment today.
Rumfeld, the holder. Snap is good. The kick is on its way, and it is short. It hit the crossbar. So Carr hits the crossbar from 32, and we remain tied at 3 with 2:30 left here in the first half.
Again, we talked about Northridge's kicking game, not quite the same as what Northwood's is, and that 5-yard penalty on the false start really pushed them back and got him back to just out of his range.
Of course, these two teams with a really proud tradition, and after this play, we'll tell you about how a trip to state has often been hanging in the balance for the winner of this sectional, that both of them are in this year, along with teams like Mishawaka, St. Joe, and Riley. Plus, we'll go down to Angelo DiCarlo here momentarily for another Patrick Industries sideline report. Ryder Ransberger, the backup quarterback, still in there, throws it out in the flat, and Austin King takes it on up for a pickup of 6. Let's go to Anj with a Patrick Industries sideline report.
I was just thinking about how often we talk about weird things happening in this game. Last year there was a 4th and 40 for Northwood because of a intentional grounding penalty. Then on 4th and 2 they have an intentional grounding penalty. Then we see a 60-yard field goal in the first half of this game. It's always weird stuff to think that impressive of an accomplishment when it's only 3-3 in the game. It's the battle for the North at its finest.
Ransberger on the run, only able to pick up a yard because there was a cadre of black jerseys there waiting for him.
Chips and Doodles is a family-owned and operated small-batch local bakery. Their delicious cookies are baked in a commercial kitchen and made with real vanilla and butter. Delivery is available, as is pickup near downtown South Bend. Learn more at chipsanddoodles.com.
3rd and 3. Northridge fans getting fired up. They got 2 timeouts left if they can make a stop right here. Ransberger will keep it himself off the right side. Did not get the first down. He's short by about a yard. Chad Epley, I think, wants to use a timeout here. He will, with 1:04 left to go first half.
Yeah, I think he can really still do some damage here, get some good field position, and maybe try to throw up some more points for his Raiders before halftime.
Well, we mentioned how for a trip to state is so crucial to these teams. You look what's happened in the last 3 years. Michiana has been well represented down at Lucas Oil Stadium. Now, unfortunately, none of them have come home with the championship ring, but Northridge, New Prairie, and Northwood, each of the last 3 years has represented Class 4A from the north.
Some very talented teams up here in the north that have gone down to the state in the past 3 years.
Our factoids tonight, like that, brought to us by our friends at Hoover Lumber and Coal.
Topping Dental Group provides optimal dental care to the Michiana community and welcomes new patients to all 3 of their locations in Middlebury, Napanee, and Elkhart. Topping Dental now offers aesthetic services in Elkhart. Learn more at drtopping.com.
4th and 1. We've talked about how Chad Epley is a gambling man. How much of a gambling man do you think Nate Andrews is here?
I think with your backup quarterback in there at this point, I think you drop back and make a punt in this situation.
Ransberger does some punting. And he is going to take a couple steps back, try and do a little pooch kick here. Got it out of there, line drive. Northridge had nobody back, and that is a beautiful kick that'll flip the field all the way back to the 17-yard line. That winds up being a 62-yard punt for Ryder Ransberger.
Well, that's the ability to do that with their pooch kicks like that with the quarterback, because you really can't drop anybody back in that situation until they drop back in the quarterback.
Let me fix the math on that a moment. 54-yard punt that time for Ryder Ransberger, but still definitely flipped the field now with 53.9 seconds. Only one timeout left. Let's see if it takes a little bit of the starch out of what Northridge was planning on doing here.
Yeah, I still think they might try to get the ball up in the air and get it to their playmakers, get it downfield, maybe come up with a big play here.
We haven't seen either team really take too many shots downfield, but Rumfeld is looking to throw another flag on the play as Hochstetler drops it.
Imaginary Finishing Technologies in South Bend is a longtime supporter of high school athletics. They're also helping NASA send astronauts back to the moon. Want to learn more? Joining the Imaginary Finishing Technologies team at iftww.com/careers.
Boy, Jim Hammer has been one of the longest running sponsors of the Game of the Week, no matter where it's been airing. We're so happy to have him as part of Sports Michiana. Penalty declined because it'll be 2nd and 10 now. Northwood may be hoping it can get the ball back with a couple of timeouts left. Rumfeld indeed wants to throw out in the flat. Has his receiver, that's Hayden Gorbel. And Gorbel able to get it up to the 25-yard line. That's a pickup of 7 on the play, make it 8.
Notre Dame Federal Credit Union is the financial institution of choice for Sports Michiana, plus hundreds of churches and schools. Link your Elevate credit or debit card and your nonprofit earns 1% cash back. Go to NotreDameFCU.com/Elevate to learn more.
Rumfeld again wanting to throw. Sherwood makes the grab. He's got the first down and more. Derek Sherwood battles his way to the 40. 15-yard pickup, first down, sponsored by Sprinter Dental Care. Clock stops as they move the chains.
Great little pickup, getting closer to midfield. Clock won't start until they get the chains set and mark for play.
Sherwood came into the game with 3 grabs for the season. He already has 2 tonight. Under 30 seconds, first half. Rumfeld rolls, throws, Hochstetler, got it! Down to the 38, the first down sponsored by Sprinter Dental Care. 22-yard pickup for Judah Hochstetler. Nifty grab.
Just a great job of managing this clock, getting it downfield.
Rumfeld. Now another flag comes in, another false start against Northridge. 5 painful yards with 15 seconds remaining here in the half.
Respect, loyalty, pride, courage, integrity, and dedication. Those are the many ways officers at the St. Joe County Police are serving our community. If you are looking for a career change and you can really make a difference, visit sjcpd.org to learn more.
Clock runs after the penalty. Rumfeld's going to have to hurry. Rumfeld fires, Catch made, but he didn't get out of bounds, and Chad Epley will use his last time out with 3.2 seconds left. DeAndre Monroe laid the lumber that time to Hayden Gorbel.
He did a great job of coming up. Keeping him inbounds on the tackle was key, so they had to burn that last time out.
Monroe's not been able to do much on offense tonight, but we've targeted him as a key player in our Lilliard Insurance Keys to Win segment, and he has been a key player for them, primarily on defense tonight.
Speaking of Lilliard Insurance, thank you to Lilliard Insurance Agency for all their work in helping Sports Michiana get all its insurance needs. Real people, real service, real value. That's their slogan, but Matt Lilliard and his team also live it every day. Visit realvalueins.com to get the personal touch you deserve.
3.2 seconds left, so time for one more play here for Northridge from the Northwood 39-yard line, and they're likely going to run some version of the old Hail Mary here. And, of course, the key for Northwood here, just knock the ball down. Don't let it tip around in the air where a miracle can happen. And now Nate Andrews wants to set his defense, so he'll take a timeout, which is just fine with the folks at Napanee Family Eye Care because they're sponsoring the Northwood timeouts tonight.
Hey, you want to help your team look great? Well, It's Tops can help. They're the official outfitter for a number of local schools, hey, and even Sports Michiana. And they can do a lot more than just clothes. Learn more at itstops.net.
There is more Northern Lakes Conference action next Friday on Sports Michiana. We'll go down to Fisher Field, where Bart Curtis and the Warsaw Tigers will take on their oldest rival, the Plymouth Rockies. The pregame for that one at 6:45. The kickoff at 7 on your home for high school sports in Michiana. The all-new Sports Michiana.
Boy, that's going to be a great game, and what a doozy Warsaw has tonight. Hands full probably with Concord.
And, of course, our prayers go down to the people in the Warsaw area because they had a tornado come through earlier today. Did some damage where you've got your little Summer Lake home.
Yeah, just northeast of Warsaw and Little Lake Chapman. All the residents there at Lake Chapman, their hearts and prayers go out to you.
Carson Rumfeld looking to go deep here on the final play of the first half. Airs it out. Hochsteller couldn't quite get there. Oh, they had it run well. He was cutting a diagonal across, but couldn't quite get there. And the first half comes to an end with Northridge and Northwood knotted up in a 3-3 tie. Let's go downstairs for a Patrick Industries sideline report. Angelo DiCarlo has Chad Epley.
Well, because we're on the air now. So your thoughts on the first half?
I think it was good. I think our offense has to figure some stuff out. I'm not really sure what's going on, but we're going to go there and we're going to figure it out.
Obviously, special teams a big factor in this game as well. I'm not sure how you defend a 60-yard field goal, but what do you guys have to do to win that battle moving forward? Because it could come down to special teams, obviously, in the second half.
I mean, realistically, our defense is playing great. Hell, I mean, he kicked a 60-yard field goal. That's hard to stop in general. I mean, you get a team stopped at the 40 or the 50, you think you're good. They're going to punt or go for it. But no, we just got to keep playing our good defense and not let them pass the 50 now, I guess.
Chad, thank you very much. Best of luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Chad Epley, head coach of Northridge. Always entertaining halftime interview. Chuck and Bo, back up to you.
Taking a little page out of Remember the Titans. They will not get across midfield the rest of the game. It might have to be that way for Northridge if they want to win this one. Raiders 3, Northwood 3. Lot to talk about at our St. Joe County Police Department halftime report. Our Tony Letcher Health Market student athletes are next on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Ledger today to schedule your free consultation or visit tledger.com.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack's Tire Decision Guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me. What? Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
What?
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Start with Julian, who participates in football and track, has a 3.84 GPA, ranked 36th in the senior class at Northwood. How do you balance everything to make everything work between academics and athletics?
It just comes down to really making sure that you have enough time after practice to get your schoolwork done. Sometimes involves losing a little bit of sleep and staying up late, and ultimately putting in the effort and the work and having the right attitude to get things done.
Ooh. You also have another big extracurricular that you're involved in, and that's robotics. You're a two-time state qualifier. Tell us a little bit about that and why you're involved in that and what you kind of do.
So in robotics, every year there's a different game that we play, and we build 18 by 18 robots to win that game at different competitions throughout the season. Runs from fall to late spring. And at state, we go down to Lucas Oil Stadium where the Colts play, which is pretty awesome. And there's 64 other teams with us, and we go down there. It's a full-day event, have a lot of competitions, and then a tournament. And ultimately, the state champions will go to Worlds in Dallas, Texas.
Very cool. And
So
you're
this is
looking to study
21.
cybersecurity at Purdue. Why is it?
I love computers. I love programming, and it's something I've always had a passion for since I was about 9 or 10. And I like the idea of being able to help other people keep their information safe and to make the world a better place.
How has Northwood prepared you for the future?
They've given me the tools to succeed academically and athletically. I believe that just being active and always developing life skills within the football program that Coach Andrews has taught me, and just the time management skill is very important in life as far as work and other things I might be doing.
Julian, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brady Streeter, a senior at Northwood, 3-year starter on the football team, all-state wrestler, also plays lacrosse, has a 4.18 GPA. How do you pull it all off?
The biggest thing for me is accountability, because it's really easy to just go home, sit in your phone, and just throw that homework away. But like I said, you just got to keep yourself accountable, keep yourself motivated. And a big part of that, I'd say, is definitely my parents, especially my mom. She makes sure I do everything.
You're also heavily involved in 4-H. Why do you enjoy it? And tell us a little bit about your involvement in that.
I've always had a big passion for animals, like caring for them. And it's like I said, it's a special part of my life. And I would like to go into the veterinary field someday, specifically into like farm animals. And that's definitely something that can get me a huge head start there.
Yeah, you mentioned wanting to study and to become a veterinarian. Why is that? Where did this passion start from? Was it from 4-H?
No, ever since I was a little kid, ever since I can remember, I always wanted to be a veterinarian. I've always had, like I said, deep passion for animals. I love biology, science, stuff like that. It's probably my strong suit in life.
What does being a Northridge Raider mean to you?
Family is the biggest thing. It's something we constantly talk about. Like I said, it's a whole community, a family, a brotherhood. Because at the end of the day, we could lose every game, and I'd still happily play next to these guys. It means the world to me to play next to them.
Brady, thank you very much. Congratulations. Julian, thank you very much. Congratulations. Julian Yoder of Northwood, Brady Streeter of Northridge, our Student Athletes of the Week, presented by Tony Letcher with Health Markets. We have more of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week right after this.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
When contractors and OEMs need quality electrical products at the best prices, they look to Babsco Supply. We strive to supply all the electrical products you need for residential, light commercial, and OEM electrical components. We have the knowledge, dedication to customer service, and extensive inventory to ensure your electrical projects are completed successfully. We are employee-owned, which means all of our employees are owners. So you know we care. With locations in Elkhart and Warsaw, Babsco Supply is working together to serve you better. Learn more at babsco.com.
Shopping for tires used to really grind my gears. So many tires, and the thought of choosing the right one made me, precisely. That's before I went to TireRack.com. I got the best deal hands down. My tires ship fast and free, arrive the next day like clockwork. Tire Rack even gave me 2 years of free road hazard protection. Precisely.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
High school football game of the week being brought to you in part by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. They're putting people over profits. The Northridge Raider Marching Band getting ready for the Penvitational tomorrow, entertaining the crowd here at halftime. A 3-3 tie between the homestanding Northridge Raiders and NorthWood in this battle for the North. As we welcome you inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth, Chuck Freeby and Bo Hunt high above the fray. You were a kicker back in the day. Did you ever kick anything 60 yards?
No. Farthest I ever got back was about 45 yards, and after that, we weren't even going to try it. Not at 60. I mean, we looked at that kick and we were like, wait a second, they're going to kick this ball. Wow, what a kick, and close to a state record as well.
Well, in fact, Jerry Spicer from Hobart had a 61-yarder we found out back in 1979, so 1 yard short of that mark. But let's show you how it got to be this way here at Intera Field so far tonight, because the defenses have dominated in this one, and almost from the very start, because sack by Colt Granberg got things started on the first possession for Northwood, and then this beautiful interception by Braxton Nagy, terrific coverage on DeAndre Monroe, set up the Raiders to go downfield. They didn't convert that into points, but a little bit later, Austin Hollis stopped on a fourth down play by the Northwood defense. Northwood, Joe, just couldn't get any kind of running game going, and eventually Northridge would take the lead. But here's the Big C Lumber play of the game so far. The 60-yard field goal by Dominic DeFreitas, 1 yard short of tying the state record. Northridge would move the ball down the field late in the first half. Nice catch here by Judah Hochstetler, but Owen Carr's field goal hit the crossbar, and the defenses have just absolutely dominated for both sides. That's why it's 3-3 right now. If you took a look at the stats here in the first half, you'd see that Northwood has really had problems running the football. Of course, that sack yardage, the intentional grounding yardage worked against them, minus 10 yards there, and they've only thrown the ball down the field for 29 yards. Meanwhile, Northridge, they've been able to run it a little bit, Bo. They've got 60 yards rushing, but I've been impressed with Carson Rumfeld, 81 yards passing.
Yeah, especially that last drive. I thought he really loosened up a little bit more in that last drive and was able to move the ball downfield rather than just trying to get it out and let the receivers do the work.
Of course, we've been here to Northridge many times, and not just for football. They always seem to have some great basketball teams. Angelo DiCarlo joins us from the sidelines with the Patrick Industries Sideline Report. He's got the boss of the Raiders, Scott Radiker.
We do indeed, Coach. Very defensive game so far. We might as well get your expert opinion, because you know what Northridge is all about. To have this game close, what are your thoughts on this great rivalry game?
It's typical. I mean, these teams don't like each other very much, and they're battling. Both teams battling hard, and 2 field goals is a little surprising. I thought there might be a little more scoring in the game, but the field goal by Northwood was amazing. I mean, 60-yard field goal with 5, 6, 7 yards to spare was crazy. So that was pretty cool to witness that, even though it was against us.
Obviously, let's talk some basketball. You guys are going to be one of the teams that everyone's going to have their eyes on with all your returning starters back this year. How excited are you for basketball season to get going?
I'm real excited. The kids are excited. The community's excited, and obviously, we got a lot of work to do still. We're trying to take things to the next level, but our guys are, they're growing closer together, even closer if that's possible. They love each other. They play for each other, and they're working hard in the weight room. And we just started workouts the last week, and it's just a fun group of guys to be around. We got a couple guys playing soccer right now, Dylan Springer and Hayden Johnson playing soccer, and our top 7, our top 10, 12, we didn't have a senior, so we're excited to have them all back.
What's it like as a coach to go from the youngest team in the NLC to arguably the most experienced team in the course of the year, and how does that affect the way you treat your team as you prepare for a season?
Well, I tell people a lot, as long as I don't overcoach them, we're going to be okay. we got to be able to let them play. We're not doing anything new this year. We're just trying to improve on what we started doing a little over a year ago with our offense and defense. And so, there's nothing new for these guys to learn. It's just about taking things, another notch up. But these guys are mature now. Warsaw's pretty mature too. They got a lot of guys back. Also, they lost their big, obviously. That's a big loss, but they have a lot of parts back, and so they're pretty experienced too. But we're just trying to focus on us like we always do, one day at a time, and try to be a little bit better every single day. It's all about the process, and just to try to enjoy this season with what we got coming back.
Coach, thank you very much. Best of luck this season, and we look forward to broadcasting your basketball games.
Awesome. Thanks. We hope to see you there. Thank you.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. That's Scott Radiker, head coach of the Northridge Raiders. This has been a Patrick Industries halftime report. Well, not halftime report, sideline report during our St. Joe County Police Department halftime report. We've got your second half action in the Sports Michiana Game of the Week with Northridge and NorthWood tied at 3 right after this.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. Tire Rack's tire decision guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me.
What?
Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
Where?
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
When contractors and OEMs need quality electrical products at the best prices, they look to Babsco Supply. We strive to supply all the electrical products you need for residential, light commercial, and OEM electrical components. We have the knowledge, dedication to customer service, and extensive inventory to ensure your electrical projects are completed successfully. We are employee-owned, which means all of our employees are owners. So you know we care. With locations in Elkhart and Warsaw, Babsco Supply is working together to serve you better. Learn more at babsco.com.
Shopping for tires used to really grind my gears. So many tires, and the thought of choosing the right one made me, precisely. That's before I went to TireRack.com. I got the best deal hands down. My tires ship fast and free, arrive the next day like clockwork. Tire Rack even gave me 2 years of free road hazard protection. Precisely.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Ledger today to schedule your free consultation or visit tledger.com.
For over 100 years, experience and inspiration have been the foundation of Big C Lumber. I'm Mark Young. Deciding on the perfect cabinetry for your home can be overwhelming. It's best to depend on our consultants with decades of experience at Big C Lumber. Your needs and wishes will be matched with our guidance in the creation of new spaces. We call this customer-inspired design, representing your personality, your style. Visit Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless.
Just graduated high school and now wondering what's next? Ready to start making a difference? Now is your chance. The St. Joe County Police Department correctional officers starting pay is $50,000. Working in the jail can teach you life skills that you can use as a correctional or police officer. Benefits include vacation, medical, dental, and vision. For more information, call Sergeant Kylie Williams at 574-245-6263 or apply at sjcpd.org.
I joined Notre Dame Federal Credit Union a long time ago.
1978.
I've been a member over 15 years.
I've worked with Notre Dame my whole banking life.
44 years. I have my checking account there. I have my savings account there.
Really value the community-based banking system.
My credit card with Notre Dame. I have my car insurance with Notre Dame.
I can't say enough good things, really.
I have my auto loans with Notre Dame.
My whole life is at Notre Dame
I
Credit
will
Union.
remain with them until the day I die.
It's one unique, one special vibe.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless. Let's go back downstairs for a Patrick Industries sideline report. Angelo DiCarlo, I understand you had a chance to chat with Nate Andrews at the half.
Yeah, I had to do a 40 to do it with them, of course, running across the field. But Micah Jarrell is out for the game with a non-throwing arm injury. That is the big news out of that report from Coach Andrews, but he also said, hey, it's a fight, and we got to continue to fight. This is a great game to be in for our young group, and he feels like they did some uncharacteristic things in the first half. They're down a couple players, so they have a lot of guys playing two ways for the first time all year, and he says they're just going to have to find a way to come away with a victory, and fight, fight, fight was his message to me.
Northwood playing without it now. It's starting quarterback, it's starting running back, it's starting offensive left tackle. That's a pretty big hill to climb. They're fortunate to be in this 3-3. By the way, our third quarter being brought to us by Southwind Flooring.
Southwind Flooring is happy to support tonight's broadcast. Visit their showroom located in Shipshewana or online at southwindflooring.com. Southwind Flooring, the perfect foundation to your dreams.
Our Yoder Construction sponsors the Dominic DeFreitas kickoff, which goes into the end zone for the touchback. 1st and 10 from the 20 for Northridge to start the second half. They were pretty well balanced in that first half offensively. Hey, one of the great things about streaming these games is you get interaction. People can reach out to you as the game is going on. Anna Yetzi is watching this one from her hospital bed. Let us know how excited she was that Sports Michiana was streaming so she could watch. So, Anna, get well soon, sweetheart. We appreciate you watching, and we want you to make a full recovery. 1st and 10 for Northridge from the 20-yard line. Carson Rumfelt completed 9 out of 15 in the first half, but he'll hand it off here on the first carry of the second half to Austin Hollis, who only manages to pick up a yard.
Again, both these teams, I like how they're still trying to establish the runs, trying to figure out their running game. So neither team's going to really go away from it. You talked about it earlier in the first half about how Northwood went away from that running game the first time these two teams met last year and then kind of got back to it in the playoff game.
2nd and 9. Handoff, it's Derek Sherwood, the ball carrier. Sherwood still on his feet. Manages to get up to the 27-yard line. That's a nice 6-yard pickup for Sherwood. 7 carries, 28 yards tonight. Right around his 4-yard average for the season. You get another look here from Lions Truck Group.
Great job of getting the ball upfield, getting off of tackles, line again. Line of scrimmage really pushing Northwood off the ball. allowing the running backs to get upfield a couple yards before they get touched.
Big 3rd and 3 here for the Raiders. They'll hand it off, and there's just no room to run. Again, the Northwood defense comes in and shuts it down. Landon Zimmerman with help from Kent Miller, and it'll be 4th down.
This is the area where Coach Epley took a chance in the first half, going for it on a 4th and 2, got the first down, was able to go all the way down the field, but unsuccessfully put points on the board on the missed field goal.
This is 4th and 3, though, and it's early in the half, and Carson Rumfelt will drop back to punt it away. Rumfelt's line drive kick taken at the 43-yard line by Landon Zimmerman. Zimmerman across midfield, hit by Parker James after a 10-yard return, but they have it 1st and 10 at the 47. And here's the versatility and the athleticism of that young man, Landon Zimmerman. How many defensive ends are punt returners?
Yeah, I mean, that's just a great job, too. When they're doing that pooch kick, when the quarterback drops back, you usually don't have a safety drop back, and he was able to.
And my apologies, that was 31, not 34. So that was Gavin Ruley, the senior. Now, Ruley, you can understand being back there. He's a safety. The other thing about Gavin Ruley, this is his first year playing football. He had been on the cross-country team for 3 years, wanted to give it a shot. Nate Andrews says he just plays because he loves the game.
He was out there running cross-country trying to find the football field, and he finally found it.
But still being a punt returner on your first time playing football, I mean, that's skillful. 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's Ryder Ransberger throwing out in the flat. He threw it behind Jacob Handrich and incomplete.
KZ Recreational Vehicle is proud to support athletics in Northern Indiana. KZ, a top RV manufacturer, is built on the foundation of integrity and family culture. Work for KZ and drive home with a sense of belonging, pride, and a great career. Go Raiders from KZ RV.
Ransberger, a decent baseball player as well for the Northwood squad. 2nd and 10 from the Raider 47. Ransberger rolling right. Fires on the run. That one's a little bit too low and incomplete.
A lot of the passes that Northwood's running tonight, there's kind of a little bit of a play action and getting outside the pocket. Here you can see them rolling out a little bit. Everything flowing to the right side that they've been running tonight.
And you can understand, you take a baseball player like Ransberger, okay, the motion of throwing going to his right, probably not that big a deal, but with so many bodies running that way, it's got to be tough to set and be accurate.
Well, I think that's the biggest thing, and you got to learn how to lead the receiver as well, whereas baseball, you're always throwing to a base.
This time he was able to lead his receiver into a 7-yard pickup. A nice snare there made by Hayden Leckleitner. Leckleitner becomes the 6th Panther to catch a pass tonight. It's 4th down and 3, and instead of trotting the Freitas out there, they're going to go for it. Ransberger looking to the sideline. Nate Andrews wants to take a timeout, and he will. It's sponsored by Napanee Family Eye Care. 9:22 to go in the 3rd. Tied at 3 on Sports Michiana.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Ledger today to schedule your free consultation or visit tledger.com.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week is being brought to you by the Lillard Insurance Agency. Real people, real service, real value. Real big decision here. Not for that guy. He made a great fashion decision earlier tonight. Big decision for Northwood. Will they send Dominic DeFreitas out to kick, or will Ryder Ransberger be quarterback? It's DeFreitas, and they'll put the tee down at the 47. Remember, he kicked a 60-yarder, 1 yard short of the state record in the first half. This would be a 57-yard attempt. The flag is limp. The snap, set down, kick on the way, but this one's short. The Freitas didn't get the good foot on it that time, and Northridge is able to turn them over after the field goal. But remember, in high school football, the rule is different than it is in college or the NFL. That ball went into the end zone. It's a touchback, and the ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line. It somewhat diminishes the risk on a play like that.
Yeah, as long as that ball goes down into the end zone. There for a year or two, any field goal attempt that you had, the wording was that it would be placed at the 20 of their opponent, so people were kicking field goals from the other 20, even if they wouldn't even have a chance, and then they would flip the field and put it down at the other end of the field.
That was the old Antoine Jones play over at Adams. 1st and 10 from the 20, and the Panthers just made it 1st and 5 from the 25 with an offside penalty.
Football fans, don't forget your pregame festivities start at Bronco's Restaurant and Lounge. From award-winning pizzas to sandwiches and pasta, Bronco's has been feeding generations of Indiana families since 1964. And thank you to Bronco's for feeding our fantastic crew tonight.
Did not skimp on the toppings, and the mushrooms were something to behold. Throw in the flat, Hayden Gorbel catches for a first down. And the Raiders will move the chains up to the 32-yard line, pick up a 7 for Gorbel, who makes his 3rd snare of the night.
That first down for Northridge brought to you by Springer Dental Care.
94 yards thrown tonight for Carson Rumfeld. Not too shabby, 10 out of 15 so far.
A little bit of a balanced attack for Northridge tonight, trying to get the passing and running game going.
They've done a pretty decent job of being balanced this year, although, as we'll see in one of our factoids, Northwood has really been the more balanced of the two for most of the season. Hasn't been that way tonight. Rumfeld keeps it on a rare quarterback run and only picks up a yard this time. Carson Rumfeld, Bo. Mental game has improved tremendously as the season has gone along. He had that 5-interception game against Elkhart, but this is an athletic young man. 3-sport athlete, plays baseball and basketball as well.
Yeah, just a sophomore. I mean, just going out there, the leadership skills that he shows as a sophomore has been fantastic, and just getting great experience in this NLC conference.
Rumfeld throws, completes his pass. And this will go to Gorbel again, who's run out of bounds by DeAndre Monroe at the 41-yard line. No, it wasn't Gorbel. It was big Sean Penzenik, the big redhead, takes it up to the 41. It'll be 3rd and 1. You'll get another look from Alliance Truck Group. Penzenik, the 5th Raider to catch a pass tonight.
Northridge and hurry-up offense getting up there in this short 3rd and 1. Trying to do a quick snap count to get Northwood to jump off sides, and they reset to get the actual play in there. Here with 10 seconds on the play clock.
Handoff, Derek Sherwood didn't get there. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, big 4th and 1. And Miller, the linebacker, Kent Miller, comes in and makes the hit. The returning starter really showing some veteran leadership for this Northwood defense.
Quality Window and Door offers professional home improvement products throughout Michiana. If quality is what you are looking for, it is in their name. Visit their showroom in a renovated 100-year-old barn just north of Wakarusa. Quality Window and Door cheers on the Panthers.
Power I formation. Rumfeld dropped the snap, and that killed the play. Northwood's defense holds at the Northridge 40 after a botched snap. The first time that has really happened tonight. And Rumfeld, I think he was down as soon as he touched the ball because his knee was touching, but it didn't matter. Isaiah Stump and the rest of the Northwood defense was waiting for it.
Yeah, a lot of times that happens when you try to come out of center before you get the ball, and you could see the offensive line surge off the ball there, and if he would have been able to get that clean and follow his center, he probably would have been able to pick up the first down.
Again, a Northwood team playing without 3 of its offensive starters right now. Ryder Ransberger comes out at quarterback. Austin King, he's a backup in there, running back. Ransberger throws in the flat. Hayden Leckleitner with the catch, and Leckleitner is run out of bounds. They'll call him out at the 32-yard line. That's a nice 8-yard pickup that time.
Monroe with a great downfield block out there at wide receiver. Just went off of one, went to the next one, was able to really allow that play to develop.
He's done a lot of little things away from the ball tonight to help them out. 2nd and 2. Ransberger runs it this time, trying to get around the corner, has the first down. It's sponsored by our friends at Moore Custom Drain Cleaning. 3-yard pickup for Ryder Ransberger, who prior to tonight, his most crowning achievement may have been that he made a blueberry pie that qualified for the Indiana State Fair.
That first down sponsored by Moore Custom Drain Cleaning.
You a pie guy?
I am a pie guy. It's got to be the right kind, though. Pecan.
You don't make them, though, right?
Well, depends on what you say make.
You make the purchase.
Oh, yeah.
Ransberger will hand it off to Austin King, and King carves his way forward for a couple of yards.
A couple little spots in Napanee area, and nice couple up here in the Middlebury, Shipshewana area that I've been known to stop at and grab a nice little piece of pie.
Trust me, neither one of these places has any shortage of great desserts. We've got an injured player for Northwood down on the field. We'll take a break. 5:56 to go in the third. Tied at 3 on Sports Michiana.
Just graduated high school and now wondering what's next? Ready to start making a difference? Now is your chance. The St. Joe County Police Department Correctional Officer's starting pay is $50,000. Working in the jail can teach you life skills that you can use as a correctional or police officer. Benefits include vacation, medical, dental, and vision. For more information, call Sergeant Kylie Williams at 574-245-6263 or apply at sjcpd.org.
Yes, I was just in a bad car accident. I need help.
I'm in a call center. How am I supposed to help you? Did you buy this insurance over the interweb?
Yes.
You think this can wait till after my lunch break?
No, your lunch can wait.
When this happens, you'll understand why it's important to have a local agent. The Lilliard Insurance Agency is just that agency. We're a local agency and we're here to take care of you. Call the Lilliard Agency today.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week brought to you by Tire Rack. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Player had a cramp. He is now off the field. 2nd and 8. Ryder Ransberger wants to throw under pressure. Ransberger trying to run away from the Northridge defense, and he couldn't get away from Colt Gramberg. The sophomore linebacker comes up and makes the stop. And the former 3rd grade spelling bee champ at York Elementary having a nice game tonight.
Great job of pursuit by Colt. You can see there in the Alliance Truck Group replay, Colt was able to come up just a sophomore as well. A lot of young guys in this game coming up with big plays, and that was a huge one. I mean, Ransberger had some room to the outside, and Colt was able to really stop him from picking up any yards.
3rd and 7 from the 26. Ransberger rolls out, heaves for the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, DeAndre Monroe.
Monroe with a great job of using his hands to kind of get away from the defender, get open.
DeAndre Monroe with just his 2nd grab of the night, but it is his 6th touchdown of the season. It's sponsored by Lori Sumter with Phil Hahn and Associates, and Northwood grabs the lead. Dominic DeFreitas on for an R. Yoder Construction extra point. It is up and it is good. 5:02 to go in the third, and get another look from Alliance Truck Group at this dandy snare by Monroe.
Yeah, great job. Defender kind of cut to the inside. Looked like he almost deked him and actually made it look like he was going to the outside on that, and then came to the inside for the touchdown.
See how it looks from Matt Kowalski's camera down at field level. And Monroe just was able to drift behind his man and make the catch.
Not many balls have been thrown downfield by Northwood. This is the first one that's been down the field trying to get a big play to Monroe.
But again, here's a backup quarterback coming in for Northwood. They have a number of understudies playing tonight. You heard Nate Andrews tell Ange at halftime, fight, fight, fight. Well, they continue to scrap, and they've scrapped themselves right into the lead. And now we have to see how Northridge handles adversity.
Yeah, and you talk about a game that means a lot in this conference. You know, 2 losses probably isn't going to cut it in this conference to win in it, and one of these teams is going to have 2 losses after tonight.
Another game that means a lot in this conference is being played over at Jake Field in Dunlap, where Warsaw leads Concord 17-7. That game going to the 4th quarter at Jake.
Concord trying to make a little comeback, down 17-0 early in that game.
DeFreitas with an R. Yoder construction kickoff, and this one will boom through the fog into the end zone for the touchback.
Alliance Truck Group in LaGrange says, "Go Raiders." ATG is a family-owned company that specializes in building sleepers for all types of trucks, customizing them to the needs of every customer. Check out Alliance Truck Group at trucksleeper.com.
Shout out to Brody Brewer of Berrien Springs. He is an offensive lineman, but tonight he returned a kickoff 70 yards for a touchdown. The Shamrocks lead Brandywine 42-8. One of those nights for special teams. 1st and 10 here for Northridge, and the pile moving forward for a 5-yard pickup that time. I believe it was Sherwood. Go ahead.
Like how Northridge has really been spreading the ball around to the running backs, giving different guys opportunities. It's not just Sherwood left, Sherwood right. Hollis has been getting a lot of carries. James has been getting a lot of carries tonight.
James really gave him a spark late in the first half. Rumfelt with a great decision on the option, but he wasn't quick enough to move it to the outside, and he's only able to get a couple of yards, and Sherwood really got banged up on that play as Rumfelt pulled it out at the last minute.
Yeah, it's one of those when you give a fake, the defense has every right to blow that guy up in the backfield, and that's exactly what happened. And looks like he's coming out of the game.
Yeah, Sherwood's coming out. Meanwhile, James Craig, the official, is going to come over and talk with Chad Epley, because I think they blew this play down thinking that Sherwood still had the ball. Rumfeld was still on his feet. Now, he got tackled 2 yards downfield. And I think James Craig is going to say it's 2nd down again because of the inadvertent whistle.
Inadvertent whistle, a replay of the down.
Just like in the backyard, folks, it's a do-over.
It's a do-over. They do have those in football every once in a while.
And you just saw one here on Sports Michiana. Second and 5 again. Run up the middle. This didn't go anywhere. A loss of 4 on the play. Coming up to snuff it out was Brady King. And King, the 3-year starter at defensive end, makes another big play, and we've got an injured Raider down on the field now. So with another injury here and 4:04 to go in the 3rd quarter, we'll take a break. Northwood leads at 10-3 on Sports Michiana.
When contractors and OEMs need quality electrical products at the best prices, they look to Babsco Supply. We strive to supply all the electrical products you need for residential, light commercial, and OEM electrical components. We have the knowledge, dedication to customer service, and extensive inventory to ensure your electrical projects are completed successfully. We are employee-owned, which means all of our employees are owners. So you know we care. With locations in Elkhart and Warsaw, Babsco Supply is working together to serve you better. Learn more at babsco.com.
You dream it, we design it. You need it, we've got it. We crank it out so you can crank it up. We work with purpose to power your passion. It's game on, so come on, let's elevate adventure. Let's take life to the next level today. Let's become better together. This is Patrick.
Your garage door keeps your home, family, and valuables safe and secure. Make sure it always looks good and works well. Precision Garage Door is your one-stop shop for design, installation, and repairs. Count on us to help you choose the right materials, style, and color for your new door. And when you need repairs, we're ready. Our friendly trained technicians work around your schedule and are available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Call your local Precision Garage Door today.
Garage doors done right.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Reliance. Design, build, renovate. The injured player was Parker James, who lost 3 yards on that carry. So he will come out. Derek Sherwood, who hobbled off earlier with an ankle injury, comes back, but it's 3rd and 8 for Northridge.
Almost looks like a cramp again for James, and Sherwood was stretching that calf as well during that break. Heat is a factor in tonight's game.
Rumfelt rolling out, wants to throw down the field, has his man, and that is a first down for Northwood. No, they'll spot him out at the 29. He's a yard short. One official, the near line judge, has it at the 30, but the official on the far side of the field spotted it out of bounds at the 29, so it's 4th and 1, much to the dismay of the Northridge fan down below us.
They're getting up quick. Then run a quick play. Got guys still running on the field for Northwood.
Here's a handoff up the middle and a first down, and lots of flags after the play. Probably too many men on the field for Northwood.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. Too many men were coming up on the field. It's usually the call from the back judge.
James Craig, the veteran referee, will sort it all out. Illegal substitution on Northwood. It's a first down either way for Northridge. In fact, it's an after the flag, they'll tack the 5 yards on, take it all the way up to the 40.
Reminder, our third quarter sponsored by Southwind Flooring. Big shout out to them.
Rumfelt now at 108 yards passing on the night. 1st and 10 from the 40. Long count. Rumfelt keeps it himself. Gets around the corner. Bangs off tacklers for a first down at midfield.
Boy, there's some hitting going on this game tonight. You see here on the Lions Truck Group replay, Rumfelt was able to get outside and around the corner, but wow, just took a big hit there. Was able to get upfield, pick up a couple more yards.
Exactly on the midfield stripe, 1st and 10. Low snap, Rumfelt managed to get it to Sherwood, and he goes forward for 7 behind a surging Northridge offensive line, which seems set on establishing the line of scrimmage right now, one of our Lilliard Insurance keys to win.
Yeah, they're really getting up there and really getting off the ball and really getting a great push at that line. This running game's really starting to come together here in the second half.
Henry Duell, Chapman Brinks, and Cody Lewis on that side, just moving people out of the way that time. 2nd and 3. Another low snap. Rumfelt threw it right through the hands of his intended receiver.
Yeah, his receiver tried to come back through the ball, turned just a little bit too quick. Got to watch that ball in. Northwood was coming on almost an all-out blitz with their linebackers, too. They had nobody back to cover that.
That was Sean Penzenik, the tight end, who couldn't hold on. 3rd and 3. Raider fans, as you can hear, are making a little bit of noise. Rumfelt wants a new play from the sideline. Has plenty of time. Still 12 on the play clock. Handoff. Sherwood banging up the middle for 5 and a first down.
Nice north-south run by Sherwood, getting up the field, lowering his shoulder, picking up the first down, limping a little bit, like you said. I think that's more of just a cramp in the calf.
Last week, Chad Epley said Derek Sherwood ran the ball angry. He didn't know what he was angry about, but he ran the ball angry. And you can see, after being banged up a little bit here tonight, seems to be running the ball angry again with 2:20 left third quarter and the Raiders down 7. Rumfelt runs it this time. And Rumfelt spinning his way up the field and gets up to the 34-yard line, a little 3 or 4 yard pickup that time.
Moore Custom Drain Cleaning in Napanee says go Panthers. Moore handles all types of drain cleaning, camera pipe inspections, private utility locating, and septic repair. Give Aura and Lucas a call before that clogged drain causes some serious damage. Moore Custom Drain Cleaning.
It's Rumfelt and Sherwood in the backfield for the Raiders. Rumfelt keeps it himself, tried to stagger back to the middle of the field, and that would not go anywhere because Austin King stood him up. No gain on the play. King, a 5'8", 189-pound senior, but you saw his strength right there.
Yeah, just see they've been in the weight room and like all these guys, putting the effort in the offseason.
Judah Hochstetler has been quiet so far in the second half. 3rd and 6. He's split to the bottom of your screen. Rumfelt has room to run and will for the first down and more. Rumfelt tripped up at the 15. 18-yard pickup for the Northridge sophomore.
Big run coming down the field. Looks like DeAndre Moore. Monroe's over there cramping up now as well, playing both ways for Northwood. Again, the running game, passing game, all working together. Rumsfeld was able to pick that up because everything's been kind of working, and they weren't expecting that run play.
The trainers will help Monroe come off the field, so we won't have to take a full time out here with 58.2 seconds left in the third.
Sports Michiana apparel is courtesy of our friends at It's Tops in Mishawaka. Clothes, office supplies, tumblers. If you want to put your logo on something, odds are It's Tops can make it happen. Locally run since 1976, It's Tops give you personalized attention you deserve. Learn more at itstops.net.
1st and 10 from the 14. Rumfelt trying to run it again. Spun down at the line of scrimmage. 8 carries, 37 yards for the Northridge quarterback. He had a touchdown run and a touchdown throw in their win over Plymouth.
R. Yoder Construction cheers on Northwood. Need a winning team for your next project? R. Yoder Construction will transform your vision into reality with expert designing, planning, and full construction management services. R. Yoder Construction, building with purpose, serving with character.
2nd and 10. Rumfelt, play action. Hollis in the flat, makes the grab. Tackled well out there. Nice open field tackle that time for Northwood's Ethan Miller. He is the cousin of middle linebacker Kent Miller. And he gets about 3 on the play. Final seconds tick off here for quarter number 3 at Intera Field in Middlebury. It is what you expect in the Battle of the North. Hard-hitting, low-scoring, intense high school football. Northwood on this DeAndre Monroe touchdown leads Northridge 10-3 as we go to the 4th on Sports Michiana.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
Finding private health insurance can be stressful. What if it didn't have to be? I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I prefer to personally meet with my clients so I can get a better understanding of your needs and budget. I can even review your current coverage. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
We found out about Notre Dame Federal Credit Union through a friend. We were nervous about growing interest rates, but Notre Dame Federal Credit Union communicated the entire way through that process and made us feel like we made a good move. Finding a house was the tricky part, but securing financing and going through the purchase process with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, that was the easy part. That was simple. We would highly recommend working with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. The customer service is amazing.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you in part by the St. Joseph County Police. Join the team and help protect and serve our community. We'll get to Angelo DiCarlo after this third down play. 3rd and 7 from the 11. Derek Sherwood dances his way through the hole. First down. 1st and goal from the 3 after an 8-yard pickup. Let's go to Hans for a Patrick Industries sideline report.
Well, it's everything we would want and expect. It's not a high-scoring affair, but it's high drama. Northwood, Northridge, 10-3. Could be 10-10 in a moment. Back upstairs to you guys. I won't ruin it.
Sherwood to the end zone. Touchdown, Northridge.
Great run by Sherwood, getting up the middle, putting his head down again, running north-south. You talked about running angry this week. You can see right there, I mean, he had contact right at the line, ran through 2 linebackers standing up.
Couldn't tell if it was Henry Duell or Jacob Miller who gave him the big block from the tackle spot. Either way, Owen Carr on to try the extra point to tie this one at 10. Snap, set down, kick, all good. 11:42 to go in regulation. And Northwood and Northridge are knotted up at 10. And this isn't the only dandy in the Northern Lakes Conference tonight. Midway through the 4th at Jake Field, Warsaw now clinging to a 17-14 lead on Concord.
What a great start to the 4th quarter here at Ontario Credit Union Field. J.N. Stone applauds the Northwood football program for its rich tradition of excellence, a family-owned business that manufactures and installs precast stone veneer. Go Panthers, says J.N. Stone, our 4th quarter sponsor.
Tippecanoe Valley leading LaVille 25-21. That game in the 4th down at Lancer Field. Then you've got Merrillville leading Michigan City. That's 14-0 at the half. See if we can pick up some other scores for you. Berrien Springs now leading Brandywine 56-8. That's in the 4th. Mishawaka now leads Goshen 42-10, headed to the 4th quarter at Foreman Field in the Maple City. Rochester leading Cass 30-22. That's a big game in the Three Rivers Conference tonight. We'll check some other ones, and of course we'll have them all posted for you as soon as we can tonight on the Sports Michiana Facebook and Instagram pages. And of course, if you're looking for highlights tonight, Friday Night Football Fever with our friends Pete Byrne and Bennett Wise over at TV 22. WSBT, great partner with Sports Michiana. Owen Carr ready to put the boot to it. Spinning kick. It'll hit, and Northwood will have to play it from the 15-yard line. Josh Bonney had nowhere to run, and he's brought down at the 22. So that's where the Panthers will take over with Ryder Ransberger at quarterback. Remember, Ransberger came on in this game, in case you joined us late. The starter for Northwood, Micah Jarrell, went out with an injury to his non-throwing hand. And Ransberger has come on, thrown a touchdown pass in the 3rd quarter, and trying to lead Northwood to a win here over their rivals. Play action, Ransberger keeps it himself and squeezes forward for a pickup of 2.
And just like last year, we knew this was going to be kind of a defensive battle between these two teams. 17-14 last year, very close game until the end of the game. And again, very two teams that mirror kind of each other in the amount of respect that they have for the game and the way they go about playing the game.
2nd and 8. Also tonight, Edwardsburg beat Three Rivers up in Michigan 32-0, so the Eddies are rolling.
Eddie's trying to get back on track where they were the last 5 to 10 years.
Throw out in the flat. Hayden Leckleitner has some speed, and look at him go. He stepped out of bounds at the 37-yard line, 38-yard line, but it's a first down sponsored by Moore Custom Drain Cleaning after a pickup of 14.
Thank you to Tony Letcher for his incredible support of Sports Michiana. Tony is a licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you're looking for assistance with Medicare, family, or individual health insurance, Google Tony Letcher Health Markets or visit tletcher.com.
And a 3 in Michigan. White Pigeon leading Decatur 14-6. Chiefs having a nice year. Both those teams are 3-0. Austin King stopped at the line of scrimmage. Northridge defense really has not given up much on the ground tonight. Remember, there was a big intentional grounding penalty that works against Northwood's rushing yardage, but right now the Panthers are at -2 rushing for the night. Second and 10 from their own 36. King in motion. And King weaving his way through people, but only able to get to the 35-yard line. Travis Henke, a young man who's getting some nice D3 offers, came over and made the stop.
Looks like it's actually going to be a loss of 1 on the play.
Henke, a terrific wrestler here at Northridge, finished 6th in the state last year at 215 pounds. You can hear the Raider faithful. This one means a lot to them. Ransberger from Monroe. He makes the grab, spun out of bounds at the 50. DeAndre Monroe coming up big here in the second half.
Nice back shoulder throw to DeAndre. DeAndre able to turn his body in the air. That's what separates some receivers from good to great, is the ability to separate their body and turn their body in the air and come up with big plays like that for the first down for the Panthers.
3 catches, 44 yards for Monroe. Ransberger has come on, 6 of 8 for 70 yards for your backup.
Not too shabby.
Not at all. Shades of Owen Raider in this game a couple of years ago. Here's Ransberger running and getting plowed under after a pickup of 3.
Jason Thompson and the Mental Edge equip local teams and athletes with the skills they need to overcome mental roadblocks, compete with confidence, and reach their potential. Learn more by going to thementaledge.co from Jason Thompson.
Concord now has taken the lead on Warsaw, 21-17 with 3:33 to go. Northridge just jumped offside, made a 2nd and 7, a 2nd and 2.
Well, Concord down 17-0. They've scored 21 unanswered. 2 touchdowns here just in the fourth quarter by Concord.
Bo Brunner hit Derek Gomez with a 20-yard touchdown pass to give him the lead. End of 3 at Father Bly Field. St. Joe leads Adams 17-6. Here it's 10-10 with 8:48 and counting on the TireRack.com scoreboard. 2nd and 2. Running up the middle, Austin King shut down at the line of scrimmage. He might have been able to get a yard on that. Henke again was in there to make the stop. Terrific wrestler, 102-13 in his career here at Northridge. He was the semi-state champ a year ago.
This Raider defense has just been stepping up all night and hasn't allowed the run game to get anywhere close to getting started for this Panther team.
And yet the Panthers are looking at 3rd and 1. And Ransberger runs for the first down. They can't get lots of yards, but they're getting enough, and the penalty was huge in that possession.
Yeah, the penalty really helped Northwood out in that possession to be able to pick up that first down, sponsored by Moore Custom Drain Cleaning.
But what a job Ryder Ransberger has done since coming onto this one. 5'10", 175-pound junior. Carried for a first down, sponsored by Moore Custom Drain Cleaning right there. Ransberger now wants to throw. Under pressure, heaving it down the field. Monroe makes the grab. Monroe, touchdown. DeAndre Monroe will do the cartwheel and the flip in the end zone.
Well, it just shows his athleticism, his ability. Here you can see on the Lions Trunk Group replay, his ability to move his body in the air. Here you can see him jump up, reach back around, and then keep his balance and get in the end zone. Just a great job by Ryder getting the ball up in the air so he could go after it. And DeAndre going after that ball. Great grab and great touchdown. Of course, that scoring sponsored by Lori Sumter with Phil Hahn and Associates. We'll move that extra point back for that little celebration that DeAndre did in the end zone.
And Dominic DeFreitas says, well, thanks for the challenge. I think they'll take the penalty on the kickoff instead.
Not sure that's going to matter a whole lot. With
15 might. It probably wouldn't have mattered here on the extra point. Ransberger is the holder. The snap is clean, the kick is up, and it is good. 7:34 to go. Northwood surges back in front. Can Northridge come back? We'll find out when we come back on Sports Michiana.
We found out about Notre Dame Federal Credit Union through a friend. We were nervous about growing interest rates, but Notre Dame Federal Credit Union communicated the entire way through that process and made us feel like we made a good move. Finding a house was the tricky part, but securing financing and going through the purchase process with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, that was the easy part. That was simple. We would highly recommend working with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. The customer service is amazing.
For over 100 years, experience and inspiration have been the foundation of Big C Lumber. I'm Mark Young. Deciding on the perfect cabinetry for your home can be overwhelming. It's best to depend on our consultants with decades of experience at Big C Lumber. Your needs and wishes will be matched with our guidance in the creation of new spaces. We call this customer-inspired design, representing your personality, your style. Visit Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Imagineering Finishing Technologies. IFT, where quality is a way of life. Chuck Freeby, Bo Hunt, Angelo DiCarlo. Great to have you with us along with our Sports Michiana crew, headed up by Gary Martin. Great night here at Intera Field. Fog starting to settle in after storms earlier in the day. Northwood up on this one, 17-10. And what a wild one they've got going on at Jake Field. Warsaw goes back in front, 24-21 with 3 minutes left.
Northwood's extra point in their kickoff, sponsored by R. Yoder Construction. Again, they had to move the ball back 15 yards for the unsportsmanlike conduct, and we'll see if it mattered much here on the kickoff.
Dominic DeFreitas, who kicked a 60-yard field goal in this game earlier tonight, on the approach. And the kickoff can be played this time. It's fielded at the 10. Let's see if Northridge can do something with it. That's Judah Hochstetler coming all the way upfield, and then a flag came from the referee behind the play. So hold everything.
Springer Dental Care, voted best dental provider in Elkhart County. Get back on track with all your dental needs. With 5 locations, schedule your next visit at springerdentalcare.com and go Northridge.
Another Raider player cramping up down on the field while they mark off the penalty. It was Hochstetler, the return man, who will shuffle off. Meanwhile, the flag thrown at the 32-yard line, and that'll march him back 10 yards.
Since 1959, Patrick Industries in Elkhart has been empowering outdoor enthusiasts to achieve next-level recreational experiences. Patrick is a proud supporter of our local teams and athletes, empowering excellence on and off the field.
8 penalties, 50 yards for Northridge tonight, but a couple of them have come at key times to either prevent them from scoring or help Northwood keep drives alive. So now 7:27 to go in this one. Northridge finds itself 78 yards away from Hallelujah Land. 3 timeouts remaining for the Raiders. Hand off to Derek Sherwood, who's had a good second half, but not this time against the Northwood defensive line, which is starting to show some stripes here.
Yeah, I think getting that lead, getting the points on the board really hyped this defense up a little bit. We'll see if that can carry over and stopping Northridge on this series. And it all starts with stopping that guy right there, Sherwood, of running the ball.
16 carries, 59 yards tonight for the Raider workhorse. He's had some big games in the past against Northwood. He'll take a pitch here, cut it up the field, and Sherwood has the first down up to the 32-yard line. 8-yard pickup that time for Derek, and it moves the chains.
Great job of getting the ball outside on the pitch sweep, cutting the ball upfield once he saw the seam, and picking up the first down, moving those chains. It's important here late in the fourth quarter.
The Raiders would love to choose some time off the clock here. Signals coming in from the Northridge sideline. Sherwood again. Got a pretty decent size hole, but then Kemp Miller was able to plug it up after a pickup of 4.
Lori Sumter with Phil Hahn and Associates has been working in Panther Nation for over 40 years and is proud to be a Northwood Panther supporter. She loves helping the community 1 yard at a time. Give Lori a call with all your real estate needs or questions, and go Panthers.
Judah Hochstetler coming back into the game after cramping up a little bit earlier. We'll see if they're able to go to him here. Play clock still at 13. You see it there on the TireRack.com scoreboard. Rumfelt bleeds that play clock, then quarterback draw. Rumfelt to the outside. Rumfelt out of bounds in Panther territory at the 46. 18-yard scamper.
Here you can see in the Lions Truck Group replay, great job coming up the field, seeing the seam, busting it to the outside. He's done it a couple times tonight where he's able to get out there and get to the outside, pick up the first down. Looks like he's trying to stretch his calf as well. A lot of cramping going on tonight.
Parker James coming back into the game here for Northridge. He got dinged up a little bit earlier, but ran the ball well late in the first half. And James, with some shiftiness here, gets a little help from his lineman and picks up 4 yards.
Hoover Lumber and Coal, our factoid sponsor tonight. They're locally owned lumber yard and hardware store that prides itself on quality products and service. Stock full of Northwood alums, Hoover Lumber loves to say, "Go Panthers!"
Second down and 6. 5 minutes to go in regulation.
I think we need to think about if they score, are they going to go for 2 or 1?
Rumfelt bobbled the snap, trying to get away. Heats it up, it's intercepted. Intercepted by Northwood, and Hayden Leckleitner takes it down to the Raider 30. A bad decision by Rumfelt.
You hear the Lions Truck Group replay. He gets out of the pocket, and as soon as this happens right there, you cannot throw across your body back to the backside. You're going to have no power into that throw. You're not going to be able to step into it, and you don't see who's over there either.
The 8th interception of the year for Carson Rumfelt, and it puts Northwood immediately into scoring position where they could make this a 2-score game.
For more than 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping people find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. They're nationally known and locally run by an outstanding team that believes in supporting the Michiana community. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Boy, they are a great supporter of Sports Michiana. We love having Tire Rack on the team. Ryder Ransberger faked the pitch sweep and then just kept it right up the middle of the field. Picks up 3, and the Panthers just would love to bleed some clock right here.
Yeah, they'd be nice to pick up 2 first downs in this little drive here, getting down to the end zone. That would take a ton of time off this clock. Northridge, of course, still has 3 timeouts.
2nd and 7. And Ransberger will try to take as much of the time off the play clock as he can with each snap here. Austin King is his running back. And it's King up the middle. He got stymied after a pickup of 2.
Upgrading your window treatments? Don't DIY it. Call Quality Window Treatments with free in-person consultations, design help, and local installation. There's no guesswork required. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com and see your space in a whole new light.
In Michigan tonight, Niles beats Otsego 56-0. Kalamazoo Central over Lakeshore 26-24. St. Joe now leading Adams 24-6 midway through the 4th. 3rd and 5. And a timeout called by Northwood. It's sponsored by Napanee Family Eye Care. 3:20 to go in regulation. Northwood up 17-10 on Sports Michiana.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Patrick, empowering outdoor enthusiasts since 1959. 3:20 to go. Northwood up 17-10, and with the ball, looking at a 3rd and 5 from the Northridge 25-yard line. Well within the field goal range of Dominic DeFreitas. Ryder Ransberger, the backup in at quarterback for the Panthers. He has completed his last 5. He wants to throw here. Ransberger slides down at about the 29-yard line. Now, he lost 4 yards on the play. That makes it a little more difficult attempt for DeFreitas.
Yeah, but I really like the play because he was looking for DeAndre Moreau in the corner on a little corner out, hitch and go, and he wasn't open. Instead of just throwing the ball up there, he came to the outside, realized he had nothing there, and just kind of slid down so they didn't throw an interception or stop the clock.
DeFreitas will set his tee down at the 36, making this a 46-yard field goal off the right hash. Connected from 60, missed from 57. And this kick is on its way, and it is no good. He missed it to the left. Northridge still has life. They'll have it at their own 20 with 2:32 to go and all 3 timeouts.
Wide left kick, sponsored by R. Yoder Construction. Hey, locally owned Central Automotive in downtown South Bend is your answer for oil change, brakes, air conditioning repair, general maintenance, and more. Check them out at Lafayette and Colfax. Central Automotive, we're here for all your automotive needs.
Let's go downstairs for a Patrick sideline report. Here's Anj. We'll get to Anj's mic here in just a moment. First, the first down play. Carson Rumfelt looking to throw. Now in trouble, and down he goes. He is sacked by Brady King for a loss of 10. Back downstairs to Anj with a Patrick sideline report. Well, we're just not having any luck with Anj's mic right now, so we'll have to get that straightened out before the postgame show.
Northridge is getting lined up for their second down play.
2nd and 20. Rumfelt wants Hostetler on a stop-and-go route, and he gets him at the 21, so he got 11 yards there. They'll be looking at a 3rd and 9.
Napanee Family Eye Care has had a clear vision since 1999 to be recognized as a premier eye care provider in northern Indiana. What do they want to see tonight? A Northwood victory. Visit NFE2020.com to make an appointment today.
Under 2 minutes to go. Rumfeld on 3rd and 9. Scrambling. Tries to run for it. Got to the 28-yard line. And it'll be 4th and 2. And, of course, Northridge has to go for it here. Clock continues to tick. Ball game on the line right here.
Time is just ticking and ticking away here.
Rumfeld pumps, throws. Hochstetler makes the catch. First down for Northridge at the 35. And they keep hope alive with 1:27 to go.
Topping Dental Group now offers aesthetic services, and Elkhart provides optimal dental care in Michiana at 3 convenient locations. Visit Dr. Topping and Dr. Brown in Napanee, Dr. Swihart in Elkhart, and Dr. Jekopowiczi in Middlebury. Learn more at drdrtopping.com.
Hochstetler with 5 grabs so far tonight. Rumfeld looking for him again. Little pitch pass to Sherwood, and Sherwood gets a first down as he steps out at the 46. 11 yards on the play. Sherwood's 3rd snare of the night. .135 yards passing now for Rumfeld. He'll roll right, heave it. First down, the ball pops loose on a great hit downfield by Jace Davies.
Davies coming up, making the huge hit. I mean, that would have been a huge pickup for Northridge. Here you can see on the Alliance Truck Group replay, wide open downfield, come up, wrapped around, knocked that ball out.
Textbook work there by Davies. First time we've called the senior's name tonight, but what a big time to do it with 1:11 left. Northridge from its own 46 on 2nd and 10. Rumfeld, a little screen pass to Sherwood. He has the first down and more. Sherwood is off to the races to the 25.
Wow.
29-yard pickup for the senior.
Imaginary Finishing Technologies in South Bend is a longtime supporter of high school athletics. They're also helping NASA send astronauts back to the moon. Want to help? Learn more and join in the Imaginary Finishing Technologies team at iftww.com/careers.
3 timeouts left for the Raiders. They haven't used one yet. Parker James makes the catch, tripped up at the 25. Chad Epley will use one of those TOs right now, baby. And James comes up a little bit gimpy after no gain on the play. In fact, both teams have players down.
You know, we were talking about it before the last interception by Northridge, but if they were driving down, if they would score, would they go for 2 or kick the X point? I'm assuming Coach Epley would go for 2 in that situation.
Might as well, right?
Might as well.
But first you got to get there.
First you got to get there.
A reminder, next Friday night there is more high school football on Sports Michiana as we remain in the Northern Lakes Conference. Oh, by the way, Concord has just taken a 28-24 lead on Warsaw with 24 seconds left. We're headed to Fisher Field to see Warsaw next week against Plymouth. First, let's go downstairs for a Patrick Industries sideline report. Here's Anj.
There we go. The Battle of the North also has the battle with the batteries. We got it fixed. We got it resolved. I don't know what you guys were talking about, but have you mentioned if Northridge scores? Almost definitely I expect Chad Epley to go for 2 because why wouldn't he at this point? I fully anticipate it. I'm not sure there's anyone in the Northridge administration that thinks he wouldn't if they score either.
All right, but first they got to get there. 2nd and 10, 41.5 seconds left from the Panther 25. Rumfeld with time, going for the end zone. Hochstetler, touchdown!
Wow!
Judah Hochstetler has put on a show in the 4th.
What a great pass. Great job of going up for the ball by Hochstetler. Here you can see the replay. Back to the end zone. What a play call.
right behind Jace Davies, who made a great play a moment ago. And indeed, Northridge will line up to go for two with 36.3 left.
This could potentially be a situation where they get up the line, see how they line up, and maybe call a timeout to reset it as well. I'm sure they're going to take as much time as possible before they call this play.
Many of the folks who bought a seat here at Intera Field tonight haven't used them very much.
Been standing up for a lot of the night. I think they're talking about which hash now, because you can always move the ball.
Or do you keep it right in the center of the field? Chad Epley has a timeout to use here. He might as well make sure he's got the play he wants. So he's just going to let the play clock go down, amble down by the side, Judge, take his timeout, chew a little more gum, and think about what he wants to do.
And there's the timeout. They're going to talk about a little bit more. What an exciting game. We knew it came down to the wire last year between these two teams in the playoff. We knew coming over here these two teams would battle it out on the field, and here we are tonight.
The Northern Lakes Conference has had some dandy games tonight. Plymouth beat Wawasee 30-0. Mishawaka had it in cruise control against Goshen. But the game here at Intera Field and the one also in Elkhart County at Jake Field, oh, those folks, they've had their money's worth.
Yep, whoever wins the one at Jake Field will be in first place. Whoever wins this will be tied with the loser of that game tonight over at Jake.
All right, Coach Hunt, let's talk strategy here. You're Chad Epley. What are you calling?
I think they've done a great job of running Sherwood off the right tackle. I think you use that as a decoy. Everybody in Northwood's going to be going after him. And I think one of the plays that they've run when they put the full house backfield in there earlier in the game, they faked the run and then hit the fullback out of the backfield. I think that's a great play call in this situation. We used to run similar plays like that where you'd line up in a goal line situation, full house backfield, and you fake the run, do a little play action, and get the fullback out into the flats.
For the touchdown early in the fourth, they ran that play you talked about, though, with Sherwood off the right tackle. They are going with two backs in the backfield here, both to the right of Carson Rumfeld. Rumfeld pitches to Sherwood towards the goal line. Did he get in? No, he stopped short. Northwood is held on the two-point conversion.
Wow, a game of inches. Looked like Sherwood had every right into that end zone, and what a defensive stand to hold him. I mean, that had to have been within inches of him crossing that goal line.
What a play by the Raider defense. You'll see it again on the Sports Michiana replay. Sherwood coming over, and there was just a bunch of Panthers who said, this isn't happening tonight.
Not who
I want to say it was Kent Miller that got to him first.
It looked like it was the outside linebacker that got to him first, stood him up, and then allowed other people to come in. Monroe come in, safety came in as well, and really pushed him back so Sherwood could not drive his legs across the goal line.
Now, obviously, Northridge will go for the onside kick right here. So this one not quite over yet. But if Northwood hangs on to this one, Bo, what a win it is for the Panthers. You lose your starting quarterback during the game. We don't know how long Mike Kajero will be out. You're playing without your offensive tackle going to Ball State, Max Parsiak. You're playing without maybe your best football player on the team, Landon Perry, your starting running back, and somehow you come over here against your big rival and get a win with your backup quarterback throwing 2 touchdown passes. That's a story.
Yeah, it definitely is. And, you know, you look at the last 3 years, though, whoever's won the regular season, though, lost in the playoffs. So maybe you don't want to win this game.
Onside kick attempt, and Northwood handles it beautifully at the 45-yard line. And Nate Andrews pumping both fists in the air as his team looks like it's going to come out of Intera Field with a W tonight. What a ball game. 34.1 seconds left.
Notre Dame Federal Credit Union is the financial institution of choice for Sports Michiana, plus hundreds of churches and schools. Link your Elevate credit or debit card and your nonprofit earns 1% cash back. Go to NotreDameFCU.com/elevate to learn more.
Northwood lining up. Ransberger will take a knee. And Northridge opting not to use its last time out. And the Panthers do not have to run another play. Their fans jubilant on the far side of Intera Field as they get to be crowned King of the North, at least for a month or so until the tournament draw. Both of these teams in the same sectional in Class 4A. The final score here tonight, Northwood defeats Northridge 17-16. So much to talk about on our St. Joe County Police Department postgame show. We'll have our Reliant player of the game. We'll have our Big C Lumber play of the game. Woo! 17-16. Northwood wins it. Back with more after this on Sports Michiana.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. Tire Rack's tire decision guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me.
What?
Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
Where?
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Are you tired of auto service from big box stores and new car dealers? 45 years ago, my parents, Bud and Diane, founded Zolman's with a strong commitment to the community. Today, Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care is still family owned and operated with over 150 employees and families. And we offer a price match guarantee on any tires from any local dealer, while providing complete auto service on all makes and all models. Serving you and your family for 3 generations. Buy local, shop local. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Tire Rack. TireRack.com is the way tire buying should be. As we welcome you into the St. Joseph County Police postgame show, and we welcome you inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Chuck Freeby and Bo Hunt recovering from a heartstopper here at Intera Field that Northwood is able to win 17-16. Impressive performance by the Panthers and the Raiders. This was a great ball game.
Yeah, I mean, it came down to 1 inch. I mean, who won this game? I mean, literally, they talk about a game of inches. Football has always been that way. And 2 great performances, especially defensively, performances by both these teams.
But a big story in this one was the fact Northwood's starting quarterback got hurt, and they needed a backup. They turned to Ryder Ransberger, and he's our Reliance player of the game. He's standing by now with Anj.
Coming off the bench, you got the job done. You lead your team to victory here over Northridge in a wild game. Take us through the emotions right now.
Yeah, obviously we battled through adversity. We had a couple guys go down. Max Parsiak, he had a concussion. Landon Perry, he was questioned before the game, and obviously our starting quarterback, Micah Jarrell, went down. But yeah, we just battled. Defense played a great game. We had confidence the whole time. It was awesome.
Let's go to the beginning of the game. What can you say about Dominic DeFreitas and a 60-yard field goal?
He's nuts. That kid's ridiculous. He puts in the work every day. It's awesome.
QB1 goes down. You get the call to go in. Tell us through what your mindset was at that point.
Just keep chopping. 1 play at a time. Get yards. We know we got a weapon in Dom, so if we need to use him, we can. But yeah, just keep chopping.
What does a victory like this mean for your squad? You guys are younger this year. We know what you guys lost from last year's team that went to the state finals. What does a victory over your arch rival mean for this squad?
Yeah, this win will just really carry our momentum going into next week. You know, we've battled through some tough games early in the season, but now that we got this win under our belt, we got a lot of confidence rolling next week.
And then how wild is this rivalry?
It's nuts. I mean, they don't like us, we don't like them. That's about it.
And you get the victory in the end.
That's right. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ryder Ransberger, our Reliance player of the game. What an outstanding effort. 2 touchdown passes leading Northwood to the 17-16 win. Chuck and Bo, back up to you.
Ryder, a man of few but well-chosen words to describe this rivalry. And a few words needed to describe our Big C Lumber play of the game, because you really don't have many words to describe what Dominic DeFreitas was able to do here. A school record 60-yard field goal, just 1 yard off the state mark.
Yeah, just a great job of really getting the ball down. I mean, it takes a lot with that long snapper, holder getting the ball down, coming through the ball. That was good for another 5 to 10 yards. I mean, he could have had the state record if they were back just a little bit farther, but man, we weren't expecting that kick when he went out there to kick that. We thought they were just going to run some play, and when they lined up for the kick, and boom, he showed us wrong.
We saw the 55-yarder he hit last year at Leo, and we said that would have been good from 65. He didn't disappoint here, nor did this football game. And for Northwood, all you have to do now is turn around and face undefeated Concord next week.
Yeah, I think this conference is just from top to bottom, especially the top, not 1, 2, or 3, 4 or 5 in the NLC is just so strong this year. And it's going to be a battle throughout. Having 2 losses, not sure you can win the conference, but definitely 1, you can probably still win this conference.
Meanwhile, Northridge is 1-4, but that's a very deceiving record.
Very deceiving. They've played a very tough schedule so far coming in, and they've been very competitive, and they're getting better as the year goes on. And, you know, we're going to see them in the playoffs, and they're going to be ready to go.
Meanwhile, next week, more Northern Lakes Conference action on Sports Michiana. We'll be at Fisher Field for Northern Indiana's oldest rivalry. The Plymouth Rockies come calling on their old friends, the Warsaw Tigers, pair of 3 and 2 teams, and we hope you'll join us then. Our thanks to our producer, the G-Man, Gary Martin, for leading the way tonight, along with our terrific Sports Michiana crew. A reminder, you can get ready for high school football every Friday night on Pulse FM with the Tire Rack Drive to the Game that airs at 6 p.m. And then Anj and I break down Notre Dame football for you Monday nights at 7 on Pulse with the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union Irish Football Fix as we bring that to you 7 p.m. Monday nights on Pulse FM. Now for my broadcast partners, the Hall of Famer Bo Hunt and Angelo DiCarlo, it's Chuck Freeby. Once again, the final score from Intera Field in Middlebury, Northwood 17, Northridge 16. The preceding has been a presentation of Sports Michiana.
Thank you for watching the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week. And
that
thank
was
you
fun.
to all these great sponsors for making it possible.
Fun game.
Support us by supporting them.